Dad quite a bit of money.
He got a check finally today, but it's only for like $1,000.
Online still? I wouldn't put anything else online until they pick me up.
Dan wants to have some fun with the weekend.
His money, so why isn't he running?
The thing is, we can't really sell anything anywhere else because the fees are just outrageous.
Okay, here we are. Here we are today. Let's see, what's the... Oh, okay, it's at the right volume. Twitch app working? Yeah. A ton, yeah.
Huh?
There's a ton of stuff, yeah.
Right, well, I'm gonna make sauce and I'm gonna make chicken then.
Because we're going to have to clean the fridge downstairs if you make anything else.
If you chicken down there.
Oh, okay, maybe that'll help a little.
Alright, I'll look.
Okay.
Friday again, I'm not gonna be home.
Okay.
So if I don't cook today or cook tomorrow, then Friday you guys are on whatever.
Yeah. Let's move that there. Okay, let me take a drink and we'll get started.
Unless you just want me to make one chicken.
I'd have to look in the fridge down here to see how much room there is.
Well, I know I put some stuff on. I'm sure we can maneuver some stuff around.
Okay.
Chicken noodles probably can come out of there. I could probably put it in a different container.
Okay.
That should take up a lot of room, right?
Yeah, that should free up a good amount of space, yeah.
And the sauce that's up here, the container's going. I'm gonna make a new batch.
Yeah, that should give us more space too. Okay, here we go.
That gonna help?
So, you know, every time we opened up in Mordana there, you'd see that loading screen and it'd be like, well, you know, it sort of feels like a monument to the dead almost. Midgard Surmir's been dead for a long time, but as we saw last time, it's less of a monument for the dead and more of just a place where he sort of hangs out while he's getting ready to be reborn, which I would imagine is coming up fairly soon. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, the Stream Edition. Last time, we investigated the Keeper of the Lake and found out that Midgard Surmir is very much not dead. I mean, I don't think he ever really dies. He sort of just lives forever, and he gave us a test, if you will. And by a test, I mean he basically took credit for the... or not credit, but he took away our capacity to speak with Heidelin, which almost screwed us out of killing an Ascian. Thankfully, Mombrita took one for the team, like took a really big one for the team because she's kind of dead now. And today we're gonna try to, kick that off and, do what needs to be done here, which is we don't have any quests. So let's go get a quest and see where we have to go from here in order to, I guess, figure out how to forge the Blade of Light again without having to have a human sacrifice to do it, and also maybe figure out this whole revolution thing in Eldad that still doesn't have a satisfying conclusion yet. We'll see. Hey SB, how's it going? Excuse me. So let's go have a talk with Minfilia and see what she would have us do next. Okay, what kind of request is that? Oh, Ida has a request, okay. Personal favor? Why? You have some, Oh, okay. Well, let's go have a speak with our fellow pugilist then, see what she's down in the dumps about. I mean, I would imagine it has something to do with the passage of a friend, but... Why the long face, chum? That's a bit of an about face, alright. Oh, okay. It was an act. I couldn't tell, you're not voice acted here. Yeah, she definitely would, so... Oh, what kind of flower? Oh, not the most apt at social situations when something stressful like the death of a friend happens, huh? Okay, I can go pick it up. Not exactly picking it up from a flower girl, though. I don't think Rowena is on the same wavelength as someone like Aerith. And yes, I know it was Eris in the original translation. I'm still calling her Aerith because, frankly, that's what I grew up with. I played... I played 7 before I played Kingdom Hearts, but I played Kingdom Hearts a whole lot more than 7 until I was an adult. So, and in Kingdom Hearts, her name was Aerith. So that was the name that I got used to. Anyway, let's go to Rowena's and pick up some stuff. Pick up Ida's shipment. I've already got all this other stuff that I could need from Rowena for now, so I'm using that. Did I ever pick up the money that my retainers had yesterday? I forget. I'm going to find out right now, though. From their diligent sales, I did not. Let's pick it up then. I mean, not that I need it, but every little bit will help get us closer to that coveted 600,000 gil. It's actually 500,000, but I'd rather have some change in my pocket when we get the apartment so that it's not like I'm a pauper. Alright, let's go pick up this order. Is it in here? No, it's probably through here. Yeah, I didn't see that door there for a minute, so... no, nothing of the sort. I've been told to pick something up for a friend. Yeah, that's what I'm saying sometimes, Rowena. I don't get their idea of doing this either, but yeah, Simone Daisy. Oh. Well, I don't know why she'd need to replace the mask. I mean, it keeps her head protected. Then again, she's probably taken as many concussive shots to the head as I have, so maybe she does need something else to protect her. I mean, I can't imagine a headpiece with a flower in it would protect you that much from head injury, but then again, a small piece of fabric, like a small piece of silk in a specific color in this series, is known to prevent all status ailments, including those that prevent you from speaking and those that prevent you from moving your body, so maybe I'm not the best judge. Alright, let's drop this off with Ida and see what else they'd have me do. Is she even here? Oh, she's at Wraithfrost, okay. I didn't realize she was going all the way out there. Well, then let's go out there. Maybe beat up a few toads and more balls. Excuse me, on the way. Because Confucius still needs to work on his experience. Yeah, we need 74 more enemies. In order for Confucius to become a stronger boy, so... let's do one of those, and do one of these. Hey, buddy! Here, let's get out there. We'll just walk there, it's not that big of a deal. The rare goods dealer, she is also the one selling the gear you buy with elegant tomestones. Ah, okay, gotcha. Hey Todd, how's it going? I wonder if we'll get experience for Confucius's bosom buddies thing for this. Probably because there were exactly 10 levels above this Nyx, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Okay, well he gained experience. It wasn't much, but he did. Okay, yeah, so we still do. So garbage as per usual in this day and age. Well, sorry to hear that, Todd. Sorry to hear that, man. I know it's tough. Times be tough, and people more so in some cases. Ooh, some Giganttoad skins. I don't actually need those anymore. I'm not going to be making glamour prisms after the ones that I have in my Chocobo saddlebag are gone, of which I only have 20 left. So, oh, you know what I do need to do though? I need to move this over here. There we go. Now I got 2 and 2. I should probably sell some of the crap in my inventory too, but I can do that later. It's not really that big of a deal just yet. Now for some more balls. There's a fate over here. Mud about you. Why don't you turn this way so you're not bad breathing all over Confucius? Ha! Oh, there's some mud puppies in here. Okay. Nah, I'm not worried about them. Because they're a little too low level for them to be any kind of threat to me, so... Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I know where I'm supposed to be going, but I'm not going the right way to get into it. I think it's over here. Say he's got a little HP left, but no, it's Demolish can take care of that. So wow, that's exponentially more experience than he gained from the other enemy. A couple levels really make a difference there, don't they? Right. There we go. Well, not too far now. Guess I really didn't need that steel peak, but, well, you know. Sometimes I just prefer doing some overkill. Blackened and Buru. Is that one with the sprites that are down here? Let's see. Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, we're not going to bother with that. Hey, Yugman, how's it going? Oh, hang on, I gotta blow my nose. Enjoy the music. While we're still standing in it. Okay. Let's continue. We'll head up to Wraithfrost, and we'll probably beat up all the Harrier people along the way. These daring folks. Or, well, no, they're all Harriers, never mind. We'll leave the lightning sprites alone though, because they, you know, they haven't bothered nobody. Kills you that you've listened to the Fate music to the point where you can no longer enjoy it. Oh, yeah, that's a bit of a pain. Yeah, because it's a good track for sure. I can definitely see what you mean when you say, yeah, you know, you've heard it enough times where it's like, well, you know, this is a little old. You know what I should really kind of do is I should do not one of those. That's what I meant to do. Just build up my greased lightning stacks while I've got it. There you go. That takes care of that. Gotta use perfect balance a little bit more. I don't use it enough. Okay. Back up to the monument. Let's see what Ida's up to. Praying for a friend there, Ida? Yeah, she mentioned it as well when I went there. Well, here you go. Oh, probably. I mean, I don't know how consciousness works in the live stream, but I imagine she's putting in a good word for us. I'm going to move it a little closer there, Ida, because otherwise those Harriers are probably going to stomp over here and step on it.
None of us will.
Oh, hey, baby Midgard Sormir.
The song riseth to a crescendo.
You know, I still don't hear a song, man. Yeah, what kind of song are you talking about? Oh. Okay, bye. Just jump in the picture for a second and then... What was that? Oh. Well, okay then. That was probably the Colonel sending me a message. Hey, there was a bunch of dragons that just flew over old
Is that what I think it is?
Probably. And now my phone's ringing. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hey, Alphinaud, what's up?
We have received grave tidings from Ishgard. Pray return to the Rising Stones at once.
Oh, okay. Maybe that has something to do with what we just saw. Yeah, we gotta get back. Off we go. Hey, Shadow Snake and Pem, thank you for the auto hosts. Appreciate those. Talk to folks while she's around. You see her forming great rapport with the other Scions. She beats Thancred in a drinking contest. Oh, nice. Very nice. You know what? I think we'll just teleport back. It's really not that critical. Because how many enemies have we beaten? 44? Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there without these guys. Not like they offer me that much challenge, so... Often gives a lot more depth stuff going on. They have new dialogue basically every time a thing happens. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I'll see if I can chat it up with some people more often. Usually I think about how much time I would spend sitting here chatting with all the NPCs, and I'm like, I don't have that kind of time. I have to keep moving forward with the story, so that's usually what... if it's not just me forgetting to talk to people, that's usually what prevents me from chatting with folks. So you guys saw those dragons too, right? Wasn't just me? Yeah. Oh, okay. So let's hear the report then. Well, I think we have to take this first. Let's have a look and see what the Ishgardian envoy has to say about probably those dragons. Ah, Lucia. That's fine. What's the problem? Oh, okay. So the Dravanians were probably behind all those dragons flying around. Yeah, what do you need to make this work? Oh, okay. Man, lots of messages from the Colonel today. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Today must be a streaming day because at least 4 of the people that I am following / hosting are streaming concurrently with me right now. So, actually, I think it's only 3. I think Destrezler finished a little earlier. But I'm pretty sure Vic is streaming. Those messages there were Alex and Shroom starting their streams. So, lots of activity. If you don't feel like watching me trudge through the story here today, there's other people that are in my following list that you could go watch. Yeah, well, they haven't really been unresting that much lately. Oh, so you're gonna need that much help? Yeah, they might be a little unhappy with you guys after Cartano. Yeah. That's a bit of an about-face from your normal stance. Normally you guys are like, we can't treat with anybody else because we're Ishgard and we're stuck in behind our gates and stuff. But apparently this is a bit of a turn here. I was going to say a face-heel turn, but it's not really because that would mean they'd be evil! Yeah, most likely it's going to take, you treating with them. Okay. Well, as long as you know the extent of the consequences. Oh, okay. How much of my experience fighting Midgard-Sormir can I actually share with him without him running me through? That remains to be seen. Yeah, I guess I have been changing that also. Little at a time, I guess. Take baby steps with this, Okay. Then we're off to Camp Dragonhead. Once more. Hopefully this time there won't be a primal to fight when we get there. Or, whatever Shiva is equivalent. I mean, I would think she's a primal equivalent, but whatever she actually was. A saint that ascended to godhood. My eyes, it's practically the same thing. I'm speaking like Gaius did there, but he's like, they're all just icons, but whatever. I'm guessing this is somewhere in Ishgard. Just based on the snow and maybe the attire a little bit. Oh, what is she doing here? So those guys are probably the Dravanians then, huh? Since she's not getting run through by any of them.
The sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. Only then will the cycle be broken.
That sounds vaguely familiar. Here we go again. Okay.
brothers and sisters of the heavens, we raise our voices and join you in the chorus. The sinner's feeble magics are undone. Come, claim your retribution.
I thought she was doing a Prison Planet a la Gothic spell, but yeah, I don't think that was it. I think it was the opposite effect. Shouldn't laugh so loud. One of those dragons might swoop down and see you as a nice little snack on their way to Ishgard. Oh, she broke the wards. Okay, that's what that was. Looked like she was making a ward for a second, but then it dissipated just as quickly as it came back, so... yeah. Makes sense now. Okay, let's get out to Revenant's Toll, and then we'll teleport off to Camp Dragonhead. And see what we can do to assist in the defense effort. Oh, it was showing the word as it was, and then as it faded. Okay, got it. Got it. Makes sense. Let's see here. We want to go to Camp Dragonhead. Off we go. Come on, Confucius, back into the cold. I'd like to say not for long, but we're going to be in Ishgard soon, and I'm sure it'll be much colder there. I mean, it's cold in Kurthus, and Ishgard is north of Kurthus. Generally speaking, the further north you get, the colder it gets, unless you're like in, South America or something, and you're getting north, so you're getting close to the equator. Do they have an equator in the Final Fantasy XIV world? I would imagine most worlds do, just by extension of most worlds being similar to Earth in some regard when they're imagined. Yeah, I had to watch a cutscene that I had nothing to do with there, Alfie, so that's why you were faster. Oh, at the Gates of Judgment. Well, they won't let us in there just yet. Oh, so you want to go there. Okay. Fair enough. I guess the best way to figure out what's going on is to get a first-hand look at it. Let's ride, Confucius. Let's see if that one merchant is still around over here. Well, I would give those guys an Adlo or 3, but looks like they already took care of things, so... Seems like I see a lot of people fighting that rock when it's around here. I don't know why. Maybe it's a specific fate of some kind. Like, maybe it gives something. What do you think, Alfie Node? We've got some, we're just gonna gather some information? Okay. Yeah, let's see what they have to say. Ah! Yes, Iceheart was here. That would explain why they're all crazy. Or, hot and bothered. Cold and bothered, as it were. Dyspeptic. That's an SAT word if I've ever seen one. Well, don't throw your life away there, man. Iceheart's got some crazy strong people with her. And worst comes to worst, she can just morph back into Shiva, I'm sure. I gotta imagine they saved some of those crystals. Hey, I would still start fretting. They tore down the outermost layer like it was nothing. I don't mean to be an asshole, but you might want to get your mom out of there. Maybe teleport back to Ishgard if it has teleport crystals, aetherite crystals. And then teleport her away, because that wouldn't work so well if you didn't. This game likes those. New favorite is Potsherd, which is literally just a shard of pottery. Yeah, I think you mentioned it yesterday. I guess they got to come up with, something other than just like angry, sad, bothered, blah, 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 frustrated, that sort of stuff. I would have gone for frustrated myself, but, yeah. Yeah, usually that first That first shot is the one that shocks people, because it's like, oh, we can actually have our defenses pierced? What the hell? Yeah, we figured we'd come see for ourselves, yeah. Okay. Then I guess we'll head back to the camp. Or we'll let Alphinaud stay here while we go to the camp, or whatever he decides is best. What are you going to do, Alphinaud? Okay, guess he's going to head off then. Alright then, let's get back. Let's go, Confucius. We are expected. And if you would have told me that I'd be expected by royal emissaries at the beginning of this game, well, actually I probably would have believed you, because that's usually how these sorts of games go. You start off with basically nothing. You get to a new city with a nickel in your pocket and no good equipment with which to combat the forces of evil, and eventually by the mid-game, end-game, past the normal game, wherever we would be considered now, you end up being strong enough to actually take them on. And, you know, you get a chocobo in the process, you make some lifelong friends, it's all worth it. Yeah, good to see you again, Sir Horshfont. We should make these visits a little bit more frequent, although I think pretty soon it's going to be very infrequent that I'll be here. Oh, stop. Yeah, everybody else already praises me for my heroic efforts. I don't need to hear it from you, too. Okay, so we gotta go to the Intercessory. Thank you, Sir Horshfont. Off I go, then. Okay. Let's see what Sir Aymeric what information he has on all of this. Probably better than anything we could gather on our own. Sir Aymeric, good to see you well. I mean, as well as you can be, given what happened. Yeah, I'd say so. Unless that's what the audience was about in the first place. Okay. Estinian? Oh, Sir Horshfont. No, never mind. He's escorting Estinian. That is some armor you got there. Did you call Estinian, or did you call Kain when he was in his Dark Dragoon phase from Final Fantasy IV The After Years? Dragoon, okay. Yeah, same though. Wonder if he's the trainer guy when you go to Heaven's Ward as a part of the Dragoons. Like, do they give you the same teacher as they do in Heaven's Ward, like as they had in A Realm Reborn, or do you get a new teacher when you go to Ishgard? If you're a Dragoon, that is. Oh, okay. Then why is he here rather than out on the battlefield? I don't know what you were expecting. I'm just a dude. Just a dude in an open shirt with no buttons on it. Okay. Needog. Okay. What is it? What exactly is a Needog? Oh, it's one of the 7 Great Worms. Okay. Is one of the other 7 Great Worms Nepto? Because you'd think Nepto would be the one with the missing eye. Oh, you're very well versed in Ishgardian lore there, Alfie Note. I'm sure he's had a little bit of reading that he's done about Ishgardian lore since we've started treating with Sir Aymeric, so... Oh, it's the same teacher. He shows up as more of a rival. Okay, well that makes sense. So it's not an eye per se, it's just a relic of some kind. Okay. That was embedded in his skull. Sounds like we need to prevent that from getting back to him, then. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. Oh, is it literally an eye? Okay. So it's the Nepto Dragon all over again. Okay. Oh, yeah, I guess we'll have to be a little careful about that. I can see why you'd need reinforcements then. Yeah, that's generally what dragons do. They just, yeah, they don't sense time the same way that we do. It's like they have reverse. Because, like, I mean, you think about it this way, it's like a bug, an insect lives for how many, like, days, maybe a week at the most in some cases with insects, so every second that passes by for them is, and this is getting into relativity and all that other stuff, so it's a little complex, but I'll try to explain it in simple English. But yeah, if you're a bug, you live for a week maximum, so every second feels significantly longer to you as a bug than a second feels to a human being who lives for 80 some odd years on average, something like that. A second feels like a second to us, but time dilates or contracts depending on how long your lifespan is relative to other things. We experience time in a different way than other creatures do, so it's weird to think about, because it's like I don't understand how time would be different if I was like suddenly I came back to life as a vegetable, or suddenly I came back to life as an animal or something, but it would probably be different. I have no formal theory or supported evidence to back that up, but I'm sure someone's done some research on it. So, it's interesting, though. It's the interesting part of any time travel story, is how time dilates and contracts depending on your lifespan. Anyway, now that we've gotten off on a tangent, let's get back to the matter here. The dragon that's going to murder all of us. So 20 years ago, Nidhogg came around, and then 15 years ago, Midgard-Sormir fought against the Empire. I feel like that's not some kind of coincidence. I wouldn't say in league, I'd just say trying desperately to get it to do what she wants it to do. Yeah. I guess that is a good question. Oh, you guys spend years and years saying, no, we don't need to help you, we don't need to help you. Now you're just like, we desperately need your help right now. Yeah, there was that. Well, obviously we'd have a big problem on our hands. Yeah, that could be an issue. Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure they'd have to draw steel to take out all of the Dravanians that would surely come to Kurthus and be like, you know what? Saint Shiva lives here, so you need to fuck right off, and then the Empire would raze them to the ground. They didn't have Alphinaud bartering with you as an ally worth having, plus Shiva appearing at the same time. Yeah, fair enough. I can see how that would be a little bit problematic with the way that the Scions operate, wouldn't it? Everybody's doing an about face today. Oh. Okay, so you know where the eye is. Okay. And you've used it. Ah, okay. I'm guessing Danifin's collar is like the bridge then leading up to Ishgard. Something to that effect, anyway. Oh, okay. Well, that could be bad, then. So what's the plan, then, Alphinaud? What are we going to do to help? It's true, but don't they all have... I mean, I guess Gridania and Limsa doesn't have anything to worry about anymore, but Ul'dah's kind of hurting for people to help out with right now. They're hurting for a reason to unite, and... I don't know that this is a good idea. It means that people like Teleji can just kind of go off and do whatever the hell they want while their attention is elsewhere. Yeah, pretty much. He probably did have to lose a bunch in order to get the Holy See to open the gates. Let's see, what is that? Committed to the cause. Okay. So what do we need to do to prepare, Alphinaud? Oh, yeah, that's probably a good idea. Okay, Sir Emeric, Estinian, I'll meet you guys at a different time. Because I need to go deliver my report to my superior. Is this back yet? It is back. Okay, cool. Off we go, then. Okay. See, I always teleport in at a different side of the Aetheryte crystal, so I'm never really sure where the Rising Stones are in retrospect. Ugh, excuse me. I can probably take my helmet off while I'm here. Okay, Minfilia, I have a report to deliver. There we go. And yeah, I guess Alphinaud should be here too. He was a part of the report.
It is good to see you. Tell me, what have you learned?
Pray summon the others. Everyone must hear my report.
It's a bit more of a grave tone. I imagine Minfilia is like, what could be so pressing? I see they also invited Zell and the traders, absolutely.
So this was all but a taste of what's to come.
Probably.
Indeed. The main host advances upon Ishgard as we speak.
Yeah, no Cole today. He's off at a friend's house, so he'll be back tomorrow.
Whose vaunted defenses have been nullified.
Depending on where we get today,
Shorn of its
he might
lords, the city will bear the full force of Nidhogg's fury.
he might not be back tomorrow because I might be doing Mega Man X5 tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see how far I get, though.
All those people.
I'd kind of like to do, even if we get to the point where we can go to Heaven's Ward at this point, I kind of would like to do the Edda quest and then the Monk and Scholar level 50 quest before we go to Ishgard. So I might end up just splitting it up into today's and tomorrow's. And that would also give me some time to prep for the Mega Man X5 stream, because I'm going to be playing it on extreme mode. So I might need a practice run so that I'm not like super rusty.
Alphinaud is right. The Dravanians cannot be allowed to prevail. If Ishgard falls, all of Eorzea will suffer the consequences.
It'd fall like dominoes, so...
Then you agree that we have no choice but to intervene. For the good of the realm, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and the Crystal Braves must join the defense of Ishgard.
Let there be no ambiguity about what has been proposed. We would be directly intervening in the war.
Which is a big step, I think, so...
But if
underestimate how many cutscenes there are here to Heaven's Sword.
Then to war we shall go.
Well, that's why I'm saying it might end up just splitting up between today's stream and tomorrow's stream. Might make it a little easier to ease off how many, you know. I imagine it's, I mean, I know there's only one trial between here and Heaven's Ward, and we have just done like 4 quests like that pretty much, but yeah, I would imagine it gets a little bit crazier as we go here, so. But we'll see. Might be easier to split it up
the path
then.
we now embark upon is perilous, but I pray you will walk with us to the end.
Was there ever any doubt? I mean, I've only ever walked with you.
For those we can yet save.
Then it is settled. I shall inform the Council of our intentions and request that they contribute their own forces to the defense of Ishgard.
Okay, fair enough. Hopefully they'll actually listen to you. I mean, you generally know what you're doing when it comes to political stuff, so... Now here's hoping another Ascian just doesn't pop up out of the ether. I think knockoff Zell over here is still a little on the suspicious side. I want to follow them, but I know we have more pressing matters, but it's still, you know. I want to follow him so he can maybe help him, like, recon those two, because I'm still not convinced of their innocence. Okay, what kind of preparations do we have to make there, Minfilia? Okay. Okay, well, good. Yeah, that's no small matter. Oh, okay. Yeah, that could happen for sure. Oh, okay, sure. So Tataru and I can handle chatting up Slathborn and seeing what kind of stuff that we can do from there. While everybody else goes off and does their thing. Everybody's got a job, and at least it's not delivering flowers this time. Not that I minded, just... sometimes I wonder if I'm not being taken advantage of in some of these cases, because I'm just kind of there. Yeah, just a little bit there, Tataru. Probably a good idea. Okay, I'll meet you there. Alright. Slathborn, I'm going to need to discuss a few things with you in a moment. I always seem to come to him to tell him about, like, some oncoming disaster, basically. I mean, Well, I guess that's not entirely true. I came to him before because the Scions sent me over here, and he was like, yeah, I got a dozen side quests for you. Here you go. I mean, he didn't have a dozen, but... Now there's an actual justifiable reason besides we need to pad out some time in the patch. So... Could use that room we built Maggie in as the infirmary. It's pretty nice and flat. Oh, no, that's fine and fair. I kind of figured that was going to happen. Right. Oh, okay. Cool. So he's not helping us, but he is helping us, basically. Alright. Let's have a look around town and see who's willing to go and potentially die in a war effort. You look vaguely... experienced. What say you to a little scuffle with Ishgard? Well, with the Dravanians. Not much of a lost cause. Okay, well, fair enough. Can't win them all, I guess. Oh, hey, Rial, what's up? Any word on our traitors? I kind of figured. You kind of, well, you didn't really give me an ominous glance, but you caught the ominous glance between Ilberd and Yuhase, I would guess. Wilred. Doesn't ring a... wait, hang on. I'm trying to think. I feel like I've heard of him before, but... yeah, I don't think I've seen anybody named Wilred since then. I wouldn't be shocked. Oh, well, that's not good. Of course they do. Right, yeah, it still is kind of every man for themselves. We kind of put the Braves together pretty quickly. Right. That's what I was thinking, yeah. Well, that would make sense. We were supposed to have dozens of weapon shipments that we brought in instead of just the one. Most likely. He's the one who was going to summon in Little Alamigo. I'm trying to think back, and it's still... I'm still drawing a blank. It must not have been that important of a summoning ritual. Oh well. Alright, Rial, thanks for the info. Well, that adventure was a bust. Let's go see if we can convince any others. Maybe I should change my strategy. Tell them that Confucius needs their help. He wants you to fight on the front lines of Ishgard. Maybe that'll make them reconsider. Oh, that's why I don't remember, because it's all the way back there. Okay, all the way back when the Amalja thing was still going on with that. That makes sense now. Well, the Domans are still out and about here. Ah, here's another adventure. Could I convince you to join the war effort? I sure hope so. We're not doing this piecemeal. Okay, well, then don't worry about breaking the contract. I'll be able to make this work anyway. Oh, there you are, Espy. I'll be able to make this work anyway. Hide and seek again. Let's see. If I were an adventurer, where would I be? Maybe in one of the buildings? Oh, 2 of them are found going into Rowena's. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Let's go to Rowena's. And realize, because it's out on the edge of the circle here, it's like, well, just barely. Aha, here we go. You seem the perfect fit for it. You do have a spear. Ah, fair enough. Makes sense. Let's see here. Anybody in here? I don't even know where this goes, so I'm gonna go look. This is less for finding people and more for my own curiosity, really. Was there a door down there? Does this place just go on forever? Ah, that door's barred. Alright. Let's have a look around, shall we? Ah, here we go. My instincts led me in the right direction. So what say you to, yeah, fighting the Ishgardians? Well, he sounds like he might be interested. I guess 1 out of 4 ain't bad. What did that person say? Oh, well, good. If you see any riffraff, let me know. I'll make sure that I escort them off the premises. Storage room. And up here is the kitchen. Oh, man. Gonna have to special order those tables. Sorry, man, I'm not a carpenter, so there ain't much I can do about it. Alright, let's go see if Tadaru had any more luck. Or go talk to Slaffborn and tell him we had very little luck. Whoever this marker ends up being for. Ah, it's for Tadaru. Okay, fair enough. Any more luck than I had, Tadaru? I think I got 1. That's about it. I mean, that's half of a trial raiding party, so it's like we're halfway there now. Probably, yeah. They are pretty strong, these veterans here. Oh, okay. And what does he have to say? Oh, okay. Alright, so we gotta go back to Ul'dah. Guess I'm going back there quicker than I thought I was going to. Oh, fair enough. Alright, off we go. Okay. So we need to go to the Royal Promenade, so I don't know why I'm going away from the Ethernet crystal. I can just go up there like this. Chamber of Roll. Here we go. Because this would be a little bit simpler than walking all the way over there, that's for sure. Alright. So let's go help Elfinode play politician again, and then maybe after that we'll be on our way back to the Gates of Judgment. I don't even know if they're going to let us into the Gates of Judgment. I guess they kind of have to allow us to help them with the stuff at the border, but, you know. Oh, okay, so they just all gathered. Gotcha. Excuse me. Alright, in we go.
We are well aware of Ishgard's dilemma, and we agree with your assessment.
I feel like there's a but coming along.
Then I trust there are no objections to the Crystal Braves' intervention.
Uldar has not.
Gridania does not object.
The Crystal Braves are yours to command, Alphino. Do what you will. We shall pray for your success.
It was my hope that you would offer more substantial aid than prayer. I know it is within your means.
You're asking an awful lot for a newbie to this council chair there, man. I hate to break it to you.
Do not presume that you have knowledge of our every concern. The Garleans and the Beast Tribes are but two of many. We are not in a position to contribute greatly to the defense of Ishgard. Not when our own homes are still under siege.
We dare not leave our interests in Cartano undefended as well. Telegi Adalegi and his ilk would seize control of the territories in our absence.
Also a good point.
The enemy is at their gates, and you would cower behind yours?
No one is cowering, boy. We will offer what support we can.
Aye, support. A handful of men and no more.
No, it's better than nothing.
Would that we could commit more than a token force to this cause. Yet there are others to whom you might turn. The free companies ever want for work.
Yeah, but it depends on whether or not they're even interested in this content anymore there, Connie Senna. Most of them are off in Stormblood by now.
They're not like to turn you down.
I beg your pardon? You would entrust the survival of Ishgard to sell swords?
Let's step back a minute here, Alphino. Most of the Crystal Braves are sellswords, so yes, they would. That's what you're doing currently.
Crises like these are the very reason why this alliance was formed. It is our duty to aid our fellow man.
My duty is to my country and my people. If you expect us to place the welfare of a foreign power above our own, you're going to be sorely disappointed.
See, I disagree with her notion, but I understand why she's saying it, so I don't think I can object. Your main FC has people in all stages of the game. Ah, okay, gotcha. Well, that helps then.
Doubt. Limsa comes first, then the Alliance, and finally, circumstances permitting, Ishgard and the rest.
Kinda figured that was how it was.
If you cannot understand so simple a concept, then you have no place at this table.
Taking the digs at the newbie.
Forgive me, Admiral. I was careless in my choice of words.
You were a teenager, Alphino. That's what you were. A hormonal teenager.
I suggest you assemble a party of elite adventurers, assuming you haven't already. Your fellows served us well during Operation Archon. I dare say they will do so again.
Yeah, I'll see what I can scrounge up. Depends on how good the duty finder is today.
If I may, Your Grace, I wish to propose a redistribution of forces. If we entrust the security of Uldar to the Brass Blades for a time, we can dispatch a larger force to Ishgard.
That's a bad idea. That's a very bad idea. Do not do that.
Your Grace?
Yes. Yes, of course. Do what you will.
She seems to be in another place entirely right now. Like, she's not on this planet. I mean, she is about to make a very big announcement, I think, so that might be where her mind is. He is a teen, that's why he's in over his head now. Yeah, hard to play politics with a bunch of experienced adults like this and seniors like this, in the case of an inexperienced teenager.
Is Her Grace not feeling well?
To the best of my knowledge, Her Grace is in perfect health.
I see. Carry on.
Do you still need me here, Roban? Okay, never mind. Here, off he goes. Kind of figured he was going to have a chat about that, like a parting word or something for me, but nope, apparently not. Alright. Tell me about it, Alfino. It's the story of my life. Yeah. Well, I'll just do the best I can then. Oh, I thought that was my phone. Let's just hope that the bosses that are normally in the... Oh no, that's the steel vigil, not the stone vigil. Okay, never mind. I guess we don't have any time to waste. Okay. Alright, cool. So we gotta go back to the Gates of Judgment, and they'll direct us to the Steps of Faith. How far have those steps gotten them? Let's find out. I can't... Oh, I can use this now. Well, I don't need to use that. I need to go to Camp Dragonhead. So, off I go. 500 gil out of my pocket, but it's okay. It's for a worthy cause. We need to get there quickly, so... Alright. Come on, Confucius. We've got places to be. I need my helmet on, because as much as my body heat will probably be protected from my fists of fire, I think, if I remember right, you lose heat the easiest from your feet first, then your hands, and then your head, because those are the, like, extremities of your body. So, having a helmet on that's somewhat warm, and this, I would imagine, is pretty warm, will probably help in that regard. Oh, well, there's the rock. He's respawned. Alright, let's see where these Steps of Faith are so we can assist in the war effort. Hard to call it a war when I haven't really seen it, firsthand. Hey, another Maelstrom person. Nice. I am, yes. For as much as being an appointed captain of the sellsword contingent actually is, doesn't really mean much. Okay. Alright, where do you want me? Right. Okay. So we need to kill the advance team at the Steps of Faith. Where are the Steps of Faith? Oh, they're in Whitebrim. Okay. Oh, so before we go to the Steps of Faith, we need to go over here then. Okay, got it. Alright, Confucius, we've got a battle to get to, and I need to feed you another Gasal Green before we get there. Hands and feet first, head not as much. That's because of hats. The experiment to test that people were wearing hats. Ah, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Wonder if all these people that are running around out here, like that Mikote caster, I think that was who, it looked like a caster to me. I gotta imagine some of them are in the same position or predicament that I'm in, where they're either hunting some of the fates around here, or they're close to where I'm at in this story. But then again, they could also be in the Shiva portions of the story, or they could also be as far back as the original time you go to Kurthus, so I guess I can't really say one way or the other. Alright, let's go through Whitebrim. I'll feed Confucius another Gasal Green, and then we should be okay. Are they over there? Looks like it. There's some kind of dragon over there, so I would imagine. Alpine Hipposurf. Hold steady there, friend. I would give you an adlo if I had the MP. Stop running in circles. I can't give you an adlo if you don't stand there. There you go. Okay. Switch back to monk. And here we go. Oh, right. Let me do this too. There we go. Yeah, I think I sensed the hostile presence before you mentioned it there. Oh god. I'm gonna get hit by that. Let's do one of these. Get a little HP back. I can take it! Yeah, that's true. We've come here many times, so I suppose I can't just be like, well, you know, they could be around the same portion of the game as we are. Sometimes I just see people in these parts of the game, and I'm just like, well, maybe those will be our companions in the dungeons or trials to come, but not always the case. Boy, that was easy. You guys okay? And I would heal you, but I don't think that's actually going to do anything, so. That guy's probably run out of adlo by now. I would imagine an adlo works pretty well, though, if you're a blue mage. Like, if you get some kind of shielding or galvanize, if you have somebody there to do that for you, it would probably help a little bit. Especially at low levels, if you, let's say, want 1,000 needles at an early level. I would imagine being able to absorb a large chunk of the 1,000 damage you take, especially when you have less than 1,000 HP, excuse me, would make it a little easier to learn it. Of course, that's me based on the assumption that you learn blue magic the same way that you learn blue magic in other Final Fantasy games, where you have to get hit by it. I don't know if that's the case for blue mages in 14. I would imagine, but, well, that would be pretty similar to assuming, and we know what assume means, so. Alright, back to the gates, I would think. Is it back to the gates? Oh, Providence Point. Okay, so we're going to the various sections of Ishgard where this could be a thing. I don't think those are the same people that were fighting before. You don't have to be hit, but they do need to use the... Oh, okay, so it's like... It's more like how Strago's blue magic works in Final Fantasy VI, where he just has to witness them using the ability somehow in battle. Even if he doesn't get hit, he can still learn the blue magic. Okay. That's fair enough. Is this the way to Providence Point? Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm going the right way. I mean, I could have gone around and not gone through Camp Dragonhead, but this works too. I do wonder, though, because there is that, did we go there on screen? I forget. But there was that one section when no, I'm pretty sure we didn't go there on screen. There was this one section when I was doing the last quests for the XIV 9, where you have to go into that one cave with all the Tauruses and Will-O-Wisps, and fight the Will-O-Wisps to get St. Danifin's fire to come out. And while I was down there, I just was like, you know what? I'm going to see where this cave ends. And so I went all the way to the end of it, and there was this random dude just chilling out in the middle of a cave entrance. And he was like, yeah, nobody's going in here, sorry. So I was like, oh, okay, is this like a dungeon coming up that we'll have to worry about eventually, or what? But maybe we'll find out soon enough. Hi. Hey, Amarella, how's it going? Beating up some dragons. That's what I'm doing. Oh, that Demolish gotcha. Get back here! Miss Downey Avis is like, yeah, man, sorry, you're on your own. I don't pick fights I can't win. Ooh, Commander. Oh, it's a Tiamat-looking thing. Alright. Well, you know, without the ring around his face. Have a fierce demon fang, friend. Gotcha. Nice job, Confucius. Okay. Now do we go back to the gates? Yes, now we go back to the gates. Alright. Then that's where we'll go. Hopefully these guys can find some healing potions or something. Because I have no time to lose. I mean, I could stop and, you know, cast a sucker or something on them, but I don't think that's... I don't think that works as well on NPCs. Oh, excuse me. Yawning like crazy. I made that grave error because I had errands to run today. Before doing the stream, I went to Panera Bread for lunch. And as I've stated previously, when I get anything from Panera Bread, it usually lulls me into a stupor of drowsiness, which is not the best place to be when you're streaming. Thankfully, the stream isn't going to go on for an excessive amount of time because, yeah, I'm not ready for those, you know, 6 to 8 hour streams that some people do at this point. Holy cow. That will not be happening anytime soon. You probably won't see me doing streams more than 4 times a week, about 2.5 to 3 hours per day, until whenever I am capable of deciding that this can go full-time, and I have specific requirements for when I can make the stream go full-time, and they're very, very intense in terms of when I would be okay with it. Because it's a risky venture, right? Like, I wouldn't want to put my family's livelihood, or my own livelihood for that matter, into the matter of whether or not I get enough views or donations per day. Like, that's just exceedingly risky in my eyes. It's not there's no guarantees in that, so that's why I wouldn't go full-time with it unless it was very, you know. Gonna come say hi, you have a new mount. Oh, okay, nice. Wonder if it was that behemoth that we were trying to beat before. Yeah, they kind of killed most of your reinforcements. So how do we take care of this? Ah, the Steps of Faith, that's how. Quick Arm and Quick Tongue. Neither of these I really care for, but I guess they might get a pretty penny on the board. Okay. So what do we have to do with this siege there, Sir Marcelin? Excuse me. So the bridge is the Steps of Faith. Okay, gotcha. The barrier is Danifin's Collar. Okay, so the Sea of Clouds is the area, the Steps of Faith is the bridge, and Danifin's Collar is the empty space where the wards are. Got it. I'll put this here in multiplayer already. Alright, sounds good. Yeah, Amarella, if you want to jump in for the Steps of Faith as well, you could also jump into the multiplayer chat on Discord. I'll be there in just a moment once it unlocks in the Duty Finder. So, oh, yeah, that's not good. Right. Okay. Then that is what we will do. We will go to the Steps of Faith, which is now accessible in Duty Finder. Good. And we'll try to quell this dragon threat. Okay, let's see. Ah, there's Amarella. Oh, you got the motorcycle. Nice. Cool. How much did that run you? Or was it on sale? Because if it was on sale, I could, you know, see paying for it. I think it was like $30 when I looked the last time on the storefront, and I was like, that for a bike seems exceedingly much to me. But I can't get rid of Confucius, man. You gotta understand. That's why my pocketbook doesn't really open up for mounts and minions, because I already have the best mount and the best minion in the game. So, at least in my eyes, anyway. $30, couldn't help yourself. Ah, that's fair enough. Not a problem. Okay, let me I'm gonna switch to Scholar. I'll probably heal for this one. Let me get on Discord. Oh, it's a vet reward. Oh, Squall's outfit. Okay, which is a vet reward. Gotcha. I think we got Cloud's outfit on screen. But we haven't gotten Squall's yet. Got to get to your mailbox first. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, let me get on Discord before we go stepping out onto the bridge here. I mean, as much as I'd like to name this episode "Clash on the Big Bridge," I'm pretty sure there's going to be a Clash on the Big Bridge later in the stream, especially if we do the Hildebrand quest. So I may have to temper my expectations a little. Hang on. Before I bring in the call there, SB, let me just blow my nose real quick. Wait, I'm not blowing it in your eardrums twice over or something. Friend paid $150 for that. Came with his FanFest ticket, but he ended up not being able to go because the rest of you couldn't get it. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. All right, let's drag SB in here. There we go. Amarella, any ideas of whether or not you want to jump in with us, or you got other things going on, my friend? Nice donuts. Hey, SB, how's it going?
It's going good.
Good. That's good.
Today I had to get up early so that we could do a thing, and we're selling our house, so someone had to come in and like measure the size of the house, I guess, in square feet or something. But I guess they ended up not needing to measure my bedroom anyway.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
It didn't really seem to serve much purpose in the end.
Whoops.
Oh well.
Well, at least you were prepared.
Yeah.
You know.
And I mean, get up early is like get up at 1:30 in the afternoon.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So you know,
I
there's
can't.
only so much complaining I can do.
I can't remember the last time I slept until then. It's probably been several years. Probably since I worked in stock and retail, which has been a long time. So.
I would not help if you wanted to unsync it. I think that unsyncing things for this to just get through them for the story is boring.
Yeah, I'd rather sync it up, to be honest with you, Amarella. I like the challenge. The challenge excites me.
It's honestly not that hard.
Oh, okay. You're in Discord.
If people don't do the mechanic or like die to stupid stuff, it's hard, but it's not the worst thing.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Cool with syncing. Okay, let me invite you in the party. There we go. Okay, we got one healer, one DPS, and one tank. Are you going to be Paladin for this then, SB?
I will go Paladin for this, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Amarella, are you...
to Ulda so that I can put my stuff in the glamour box, so don't worry about that.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. Amarella, are you good with your Machinist being your class, or would you like to play something else? I'll leave that up to you before I go. Need to see an in yourself so you can put on goggles. Okay, no problem. I will hang out here at the gate. You guys just let me know when you're all ready to go, and then I'll get the duty finder all ready to go.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it a hot take to say that making something easier doesn't necessarily make it worse? I feel like that's not that weird.
No, I don't think it's that weird. So making it easier doesn't make... No, I wouldn't say it makes it worse. I would agree with you on that.
If they make it so easy that it's unfun, but I feel like with this dungeon, the fact... Basically, it's got a very specific mechanic.
Okay.
You're basically following the boss down the path, and if the boss gets to the end, you lose. It's like a sort of an enraged mechanic.
Okay, gotcha. So don't.
So it's annoying if it's hard and you get to the very end and and the boss enrages and you wipe. Essentially.
Gotcha. Okay. So we won't let him get to the end then. That's all.
Right. The mechanic is basically that it's a big ass dragon walking down the steps to faith.
Oh, okay. So it's Demon Wall basically from Final Fantasy XII, or really any Demon Wall fight, except it's a dragon instead of a wall.
Yeah, although there are demon walls in this, although they don't have the same mechanic. There's just a wall in the hallway that you fight.
Okay.
One of them is a book.
Oh, one of the demon walls is a book?
Yeah, it's just a big book.
Oh, okay.
It has this one-hit kill attack because it turns around, it closes, and then you have to go past it because then it opens again and then one-shots anyone facing there. But that's in, like, the end of Heaven's Word.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
So it'll be a while.
Okay. Used to be really fucking rough, but they nerfed and nerfed until it became a face roll. Okay, so they made it go from Demon Wall 1 to Demon Wall 2, because Demon Wall 1 is actually legitimately difficult, and you have to time everything correctly in 12, given the abilities you have when you first find him, in order to actually kill him. Demon Wall 2, on the other hand, is very easy by comparison. So, okay, I'm going to queue up for Steps of Faith. Is everybody good to go? I know that Amarilla said that they're ready. You ready? Okay, let's queue up.
Yeah.
That was very quick.
That was quick. Okay. So as a healer, I think you can just heal. I think it's the tanks that there are big like harpoons on the tops of towers that people run up ahead and do those.
Oh, okay. That's a big boy.
It is a big boy. You have to time the harpoon, so you might not want to do that. I think it would normally be a tank or DPS that does it.
Okay.
I think the DPS, because the tanks are trying to keep the people from dying.
Gotcha. Okay.
It summons a lot of ads.
Makes sense.
Sorry, I hope that I know you don't want to have like too many spoilers.
No, it's okay.
Okay. Alright, so... And also we have Lucia being a commentator here. Don't stand where he walks, by the way. He will step on you.
Okay, that makes sense.
No jokes. Oh, yes, yeah, I skipped on.
Horde Dragonfly. It says they're gonna swarm the heal. Oh, Horde Shield Dragon. Okay. Let's just, okay, let me get away from his toe real quick before I get blown up or something. Let's get a couple Adlos going. Nice Medica 2, thank you. And we'll just go like this. We probably don't need a Whispering Dawn yet, but it can't hurt, so.
Yeah, don't stand there, by the way. I assume you know this. If you stand there, he will stun you, and I think he just one-shots most people.
Oh, Vishap, if you stand where his targeting thing was,
where
you
his
mean?
sideways swipe is, yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I didn't see who these guys are targeting. Are they targeting the healers still, or, well, I guess they're...
targeting you, yes.
Okay.
Now they're targeting me.
Oh, hey, big Horde Wyvern. He's a big mob. Let's
basically,
bane him.
whenever a new enemy spawns in, it automatically targets whoever has the most aggro on it.
Gotcha.
And healing generates aggro against everything, from everything, not just like whoever you're hitting. When you deal damage, you only draw aggro from the thing you're damaging, but when you heal, you draw aggro passively from everything around you.
Okay, that makes sense.
So when you heal, oh, I'm relic disconnected.
Uh-oh. DC it is, 10 points to freeze. That's alright.
Yeah, you can also see, by the way, that there's a meter on the side. On the right, under... Oh, you don't have it. You want that.
Oh.
We're at 20%.
Is it here? Oh, okay, I see it. It's with my quest markers. Yeah,
yeah, it shows how far along we are into the how much time we have, basically.
Okay.
He's just gonna keep doing that until the wall breaks, by the way.
Oh, that body slam? Okay.
Yeah. Eventually he'll also do a roar that stuns everyone, but... Yeah.
Oh, okay, that one.
It doesn't actually do any damage, I don't think it just stuns.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Oh, I probably shouldn't be too close. Oh, Horde Armored Dragon. Sure, it's not a turtle, man. That looks an awful lot like a turtle to me. Oh, okay, well. Guess I gave that lustrate for nothing. Here, you have a lustrate, and you have a lustrate, and everybody have a okay.
Also, by the way, if you die, you can respawn, and you'll respawn at the start of the map.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if there's a shortcut. I think there is, but I don't remember.
So don't die. Basically,
Don't die.
just in case.
Yeah,
Let's not die.
Like, yeah, just don't die.
Got it.
Seems like reasonable.
Do I have to worry about Vishap's tail? Because he's waving it awfully menacingly.
Oh, no, that's not a hitbox.
Oh god. Oh, okay. Well, good, because I wouldn't have known what to do if it was. I better get up there a little bit.
There's 2 more kiosks there.
Yeah, are they up ahead or are they behind
They're
us?
up ahead.
Okay.
Where's the cannon? Can we pass it? I think it's right to the right. I think you can get that still. No, unless there's someone already up there.
You mean up on that
no
tower?
one's up there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, run up the tower. Use the item. There's a cannon up there. It's called a dragon killer.
Someone's heading that way right now, so I'll leave them to it.
Yeah, if
Sounds
one
like
person's
they just
going up
got
there,
it.
definitely don't want to follow them.
Yeah.
Because you don't need to do that. Oh, yeah, he just killed all of those people.
Oh, jeez. Well, thankfully they weren't any of our fellows.
No. Okay, yeah, they missed.
Hang on, I gotta give you a illustrate. Oh, you're not in range. There you go. Should probably give one of the samurai as well, because he's getting wrecked. I don't know if this Whispering Dawn's gonna reach, but I'm gonna try.
So we're exactly halfway through.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to start hitting dragon killers. Because right now we are not on time with DPS. Eventually, I guess someone might get a melee DPS to do enough, but God help me, if the Bard DPS uses Limit Break, I'll be mad. The Bard Limit Break does the least damage of any Limit Break. Of any damaging Limit Break. Like
Gotcha.
the Bard and the Machinist.
Gotcha. So they better not do it.
Because it's hard to hit. It's got the longest, distance range.
Right.
But it covers a relatively small area, and there's really no benefit to using it except for, in most fights, you're not going to want to be so far away that you're out of range of a Limit Break that's not the Bard. That's...
Right.
There's very rarely going to be a case where you need to use the Bard Break as opposed to, say, Black Mage Break, which still does more damage.
Right.
It's very strange. I don't know why it's like that.
I broke off from the Horde Dragon to put my miasmas on and bios on Vishap because every little bit of DPS we can get at this point will help.
Yeah, it will.
Whoa. Okay. Eos must have either died or gotten left behind.
I forget what someone has to do for this here. Someone has to use the snares, or it'll do a bad thing.
The snares? Where are the snares at?
Way ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, someone got it, so now someone else can make the shot, if there's someone moving up there.
Okay.
There is.
There is, okay. Then I will stay down here.
Yeah, I think if he doesn't... I think if you don't snare him there, he just one-shots the wall.
Oh,
also, I think he dodges this if you use it wrong. He just flies up into the air.
Oh, okay.
So I think he might actually do that because of the timing. It takes...
While he's standing still like that, I'm gonna get a miasma 3 going.
I'm assuming he can't interrupt
that
himself.
I must not have been in his hitbox with it. Let's try getting over here. There. Now I got it. Let's refresh these. I'll take one of those. I'll give the Dragoon less straight. There we go.
Did they take the shot? I didn't see.
I didn't see either, unfortunately.
I think they must have.
Alright. Getting a little risque here with my miasma 3s, but we gotta take a little risk.
Okay, yeah, we have one more, attempt.
Okay.
Okay, I think you want to... I think you want to stop them from blowing those up, from the kegs.
The kegs.
The barrels of dynamite, essentially.
Oh, those things that had the AoEs
those.
there? Okay.
Also, the music changes now, so you know she's getting real. We have at least one person who can make a melee limit break. I think it's a little... Yeah, okay, good. That should be enough.
Oh, okay,
no,
cool.
It's not fatal, but, you know.
Well, I got my my miasmas up on him, so...
Okay.
Can you guys handle all of that stuff? Because me and the samurai are kind of going after Vishap over here as best we can, and somebody else as well.
I'm trying to pull everything.
Okay. I don't think that was enough. Nope, there we go.
You get like one last attempt. Oh yeah. Fuck, goodbye.
Wow.
You get, when he gets to the wall, he's gonna start hitting the wall, and if he kills the wall, we wipe.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So we're probably not gonna clear this time.
Well, let's see what we can do then.
Someone needs to get up on there. I'm just gonna go and do it and lead half the enemies up with me.
Okay.
Or no, someone else has got it.
Got it! Whew!
Yeah, imagine losing at the end and then we have to start over.
Yeah, that would have sucked. Whew, man. Close one. Very close one.
Yeah.
But we got him. Good job, team.
I mean, I have a bad time somehow when... I have a bad time sometimes when people do, Titan hard. I've had times where there was a healer who just stood in the center and just used Medica over and over again, which for reference is terrible.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like such a good idea.
Medica heals allies around you, and that's it. There are so many better things you could be doing. You could be using Medica too, for instance, but they never use that, and so on.
Oh.
Okay.
I gave the samurai a commend because they used LB3, which probably was the difference between us living and dying there, if we're being honest.
I got one commend.
I got one as well. All's well that ends well, then, I think. Something tells me it's a temporary victory, though.
It is probably a temporary victory.
Medica 2 has less healing over time than 1. Oh, okay. Yeah, that could be a problem.
Right, but having the regen... Yeah. Yeah, so you use Medica 2 and then give them the regen, but they never used Medica 2, so there was no regen. They also never cast, like, any single target heat. I think they literally just stood there holding the button. That's how it felt at the time.
Huh.
Spoiler alert, you can't really do that because Titan Hard has mechanics.
You're right, yeah, and you kind of have to do those mechanics over just sitting in the middle and spamming. It's not like they give you a platform to stand on, just like above the battlefield or something, where you could just avoid the mechanics.
It was a bad time.
Sounds like it.
I've also had times where the tanks started before, like, either of the Astrologian got into their stance, or either tank was in their stance. They decided they didn't need that. There's a certain point where it's like, okay, you want to get this done quickly, but by doing stupid stuff to rush it, you have made it take longer by ensuring we are more likely to fail.
Right, yeah. Oh boy. Once this cutscene's over, I'll catch up on chat there, ladies and gentlemen. Just seeing what Estinian has to say here.
My statements were in response.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
My comments were directed at chat anyway, because I have 2 monitors.
Oh, okay. I've always thought about getting that. It's just my current setup doesn't allow me because I'm on a laptop, so...
Oh, yeah.
Eventually, though, when I get a proper desktop to work this stuff, you better believe I'll be on 2. It's just easier. And I've heard from people who've switched, it's once you get more than one screen, you don't go back to having one screen.
More or less,
so,
yeah.
Okay, let's see what chat said on the way here. Let's see here. This first came out, it was the first piece of content you had to make a PF for. Always did DK as a healer. Don't know if you're about to DC or just like, okay, that, yeah, it was the DC. Cheated and watched the icon on stream. Oh, okay. Gotcha, yeah, so that way you knew it was going to happen. Pre-nerfs, most parties would have Vishhap at like half by now instead of less than a quarter. Oh, okay. Last thing you'd want to get queuing for trials. People would just leave if they saw that they got this. People would leave if they see they got Titan EX for Mentor Roulette. Is Titan EX really that... I mean, I know Titan Hard was challenging, probably the most challenging out of all of the hard mode primals that I fought, but...
The EX are hard, but if you don't do them unsynced, if you do them unsynced, they're fairly simple. Titan Hard has the dubious distinction of being the only one of the hard modes you actually literally cannot solo, because he will always put you in the Gowl and you will instantly lose.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
So it doesn't matter how strong you are, he just instantly ends the fight.
Oh, okay. Oh,
no matter how high level you are.
And hey, Conquer, how's it going? It's going good for me. How's it going for you there, friendo? You need a guide for Titan EX Sync? Oh my god.
Yeah. The issue is that it's easier to do them unsynced, and also there are a lot of benefits for doing them unsynced.
So it's kind of like coils, because a lot of people do it unsynced.
There's a lot of benefits for clearing them. And there's a lot, and so people just find the easiest way to do them, because actually, like, because the EX modes are meant to be for people who are really wanting the highest tier competitive, like, absolute challenge, but not everyone wants to play that, but people still want to get, like, the mounts.
Oh, okay, gotcha. And there are mounts that you get just for doing the EX modes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the EX modes give you a mount, can give a mount drop.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I know I did Shiva EX unsynced at one point and got the first time. That was the only one I ever got. I got the Shiva mount.
Oh, nice.
Which is cool.
Yeah. Can solo it on your warrior unsynced. Yeah, unsynced. I imagine it's. I would imagine a lot of the earlier fights, like the stuff that you could get at 50, unsynced. You could probably do it pretty. Not. I won't say easily, but easier.
You can't. I don't think you can solo some of the coils though.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you can get solo coil 9 because.
Yeah, I think that's the one I heard about where you need to have like one of each type of role or something.
You need at least 2 people because you need to be able to switch aggros, and ideally you'll have at least even unsynced because it also has an instant death mechanic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not good. Doing good. Just got out of class early and got a slice of pizza for lunch. Nice. Nice. Titan EX isn't even that hard. You just have less room to move around. Difficulty comes more from managing movement. Oh. Isn't that the one where they start you out where the platform is as small as it is when Titan Hard mode is in like his last legs, basically? Like he moves the platform smaller and smaller in hard mode, and on EX it's just that small platform.
Yeah, I think so. It might get smaller from there too. I'm not sure.
Oh Jesus, that'll be fun when we do that. I don't know when we'll do that, but probably sometime in the future.
I mean. If you do it unsynced. If you do it synced, it's the kind of thing you need to, like... It's the kind of thing you need to have, like, practiced multiple times.
Okay.
Like, it's the kind of thing where you have to do progging, which is... My friend is doing that right now with the Ultimate Weapon new thing. Basically, his group considers it a success if they make it to a new mechanic before wiping by the end of their sessions of repeatedly running it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So that would be a several streams thing if we were to do it synced.
Maybe not Titan. Titan might be easier, but it's the kind of thing where you want to be where you need to actually like practice it and do it over and over until you can do the things right.
Okay, gotcha.
Because it's hard.
Gotcha.
It's extremely difficult. So if you don't want to be doing like top tier play level of this, it's probably not going to be worth the time.
We'll see how good at my scholar job I am when we get a little later in the game. I don't think I would consider myself anywhere near top tier play at this point, so I would probably have to hard pass on it for now in terms of its syncing.
Not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not even mad about not being considered at that point either, though, because it's like I just started playing a few months ago. Like I'm not gonna get there overnight, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I've been playing for like a year, and.
Let's join the farm in 2.0 where all 8 people got the pony. It was one of the best times you had with the game. That's incredible. So everyone ended up getting the mount. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you get a horse mount for the A Realm Reborn battles. You get a bird mount for the Heavensward ones, and then Stormblood you get dogs. You get like big dog mounts, which is of course the best. Oh, okay, gotcha. So it would be a little bit better than that Direwolf mount that they have for the Coddle 9 then, huh? Depends. I can find some pictures for you.
Okay. Would it be like I think I've seen the Fenrir mount around. Are they like that kind of dog where it's not like I'm riding on something that is literally as tall as me if it stands on 2 legs?
It's bigger.
Okay. Then that's a little better at least. I can actually see someone riding on those, but
I mean they're like wolves. They're like white wolves with different like particles and such.
Oh, okay.
Depending on which boss they come from.
Gotcha.
Lakshmi's, for example, just is white with blue markings and then like orangish reddish.
Oh, okay.
Patterns.
Youngman says they look like the dog from Okami. Okay, gotcha.
Oh yeah, they do. I didn't know if you knew that, but they do.
Yeah, I've played a little bit of Okami. I originally was going to play it when I was in college, but that was when I got appendicitis, and I sort of just stopped playing the game because I was recovering from said appendicitis. So.
Yeah. It's hard to want to play video games when your internal organs have exploded.
Yeah, that's a little difficult.
I'm sorry to make light of that.
No, thankfully it didn't actually even get to that point. It was just enlarged, so it didn't.
No, usually it doesn't explode because if it actually explodes, that's usually
you could die if it explodes.
It would very definitely kill you if that happened. So I'm glad it didn't happen.
Yeah, no, it didn't. But thankfully, it didn't get to that point.
Comedic exaggeration.
That's fine. Had a thought this morning for a somewhat interesting thing to do with the Discord server. Not sure about on stream, but having a D&D session going with a bot that can give any of the needed dice rolls. That is an interesting thought there, Conker.
That would be cool.
That is an interesting thought. I know that there was a website that I used to be on. It was like a forum board where they did something kind of similar. It wasn't a D&D thing. They did it for like some Pokemon stuff. They would have Pokemon battles on an instant messenger.
Yeah, I know that some forums have built-in like dice rollers.
We'll have to look into that maybe. Maybe we'll. I mean, that would probably be like a distant thing to think about for the server, but I could look into it. Roll20 is a great site for that. Okay, yeah, I'll check it out then. But Sir Emmerich has to tend to his knights. Okay.
Yeah.
Then we'll leave him to it, and we'll go. I don't know, get drunk, do something. I guess so. I mean, the 3 city-states didn't seem to think it was that important, but that's because they had to tend to their own borders, so.
Yeah. It's not really clarified to what degree it is, but the Garleans are like trying to retake the castroms that you untook.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
Like, you reclaimed the castroms for the land that they were on for Eorzea, but then the Garleans are, like, trying to take it back.
Now that they don't have their, like, civil war or something going.
Yeah. So I think that's the implication, is that they're, like, jostling for those.
Okay. I'm not normally one for padding out quests, but maybe they could have added, like, 1 or 2 quests and be like, hey, you need to go to the castroms right now, and I don't know. But, yeah,
I think the less you have to ever deal with the castroms, the better.
I mean, not necessarily like another dungeon or something, but like just going inside of the actual building. And
yeah, no, there's precedent for instances that are inside of dungeons that aren't the dungeon. I mean, you did those. You did that with Scholar.
Right. Yeah. Where we went into Wanderer's Palace. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you just got what you wanted there, Alfie Note, and that's why you're so happy about this. I mean, sort of got what you wanted. Excuse me.
Oh, I forgot about this. This quest after the one you're doing right now is kind of weird. In a couple of quests, you're gonna have 2 simultaneous quests that you have to take from that are both part of the MSQ. So you have to do both of them, I believe.
Okay, gotcha. Bear that in mind.
I don't know if it matters much which one you do, but I know that one of them is much less serious than the other, so you might want to do that one first.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
The less serious one, I think you'll actually get the joke for it too.
Oh, okay.
Or at least the joke will have an added layer when it happens.
Gotcha. Yeah, keep an eye on that Captain Ilbert Alfie node. I'm, again, still not convinced.
You have bigger things to worry about.
Yeah, I guess that's fair enough. Are we going back to the Rising Stones now? We are. Okay.
You are going back to the Rising Stones.
Then off we go.
I think you have... Look, what's the name of the quest you're on right now? Oh, yeah, still.
Oh, that was you who changed over to Dragoon with Estinian's look. I didn't even recognize you, to be honest with you there, Amarella. Sorry, I totally teleported away as you were showing off the armor. My bad, man.
I already left the party because I don't need to be in the...
Sorry. Come to Mordana so that you can show it off. We'll jump up on a building together or something. That's what Dragoons do, right? Like stare out at the abyss from the tallest point in a town.
And then jump into it and instantly teleport to the bottom. As we discovered.
Right. There we go. Let me get a camera angle on this. Hang on. I guess I could use first person mode. I don't use that nearly often enough. I only used it last time. Yeah, there you go. Looks a little different from Estinian's set, but it still looks pretty badass, I gotta tell you.
I'm always reluctant to use like full head helmets. I feel like it takes away the expressiveness. And like, given that is 95% of the way your character communicates in any way.
Right, yeah, that kind of helps to keep that open. That's why I made my HUD my macro for putting my hotbars back up. I had that also have them hide or show the helmet, because that way, when I'm in towns, it's not like I'm sticking with a full faceplate and it's like, well, you know, then you can't even see what I'm saying.
Yeah, like when you're in like stuff happening.
Right. So in events and stuff like that, I usually try to have it off. Like right now, even though it's not a cutscene or anything. Of course he did. Quick armor, quick tongue. Again, I don't think I'm gonna slot either of these into any of my equipment because, I mean, spell speed, I guess, is a little better than skill speed because, like I've said previously, if I need skill speed, I have Grease Lightning for that, but...
Like compounds.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the materia that I'm using, like, there are more important stats that I could stick it in, like crit or direct hit rate or, you know, that sort of stuff rather than skill or... Well, in spell speed's case, maybe, which is why I'm taking that materia, but... Yeah, skill speed, it's not high on my priorities list for materia. Then again, I like seeing big numbers, so that's probably why I'm biased in that way.
Yeah. Yugman? I'm not sure if that phrasing was intentional or not.
Min-max being lazy in this game. Playing controller, you can go in first person, toggle auto run, and play with one stick while you use your... Oh. Okay. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but whatever floats your boat, man. I'm trying very hard not to judge. It's very difficult. I'm sorry.
I won't judge, but I'll complain if you felt the need to share that with us.
And what kind of missive is this? Let's have a look. I guess the Sultana sent the missive. That was the exact reaction you expected. Glad that I did not disappoint you, Conquer. Invitation for what? A feast at the Royal Palace. Oh, okay. Can we, like, extend it? As much as I kind of don't want to say this because they kind of are trying to raise the entire city to the ground, can we extend this feast to, like, include all of the refugees who are trying to revolt in Ul'dah so they can be like, hey, man, have some food. Be friendly. Be happy with people. Get drunk. Maybe that'll quell some of your mistrust.
good luck getting the rich people to feed the refugees.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
Syndicate.
Yeah, I guess it's a good point.
Oh dear.
Thought you would share the usefulness of first person. Yeah, sure, okay. Usefulness.
When in doubt, putting quotation marks around a word automatically makes it more suggestive. Sexual or non.
Right.
Never a good way to do something if you don't.
It tends to lead to some phrasing issues, and we've had enough. Espy and Yugman were not here for the Persona 5 playthrough, but there was one instance at least of phrasing in that playthrough per stream. So
is that why there's a phrasing room?
Yes. Yeah, we never managed to compile all of the situations where we had phrasing in Persona 5. I plan on going back and doing that, but every episode is 2.5 hours long, and going through that with a fine-tooth comb is like...
Did it start with Mara?
I'm
like
yes, it started with the head. It started with the head that you see in the first castle area.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. I clipped that particular section because the reaction was exactly what Conker would expect. So, yeah.
I'm just extremely discomforted. Was that how it went?
I was very uncomfortable. Yeah.
Okay.
I, among many other people, were very uncomfortable. I mean, I made light of it, but I was still uncomfortable.
Yeah. I mean, Mara, that design of Mara is honestly not even the worst one.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that.
Well, that particular part of Mara was not even the worst one on the stream, because then you get the full body of Mara later on in Persona 5, and Jesus Christ, I'm surprised that video didn't get like banned on Twitch or something.
I mean, I don't know. I assume they have some kind of like, if it's in the game, you can allow it because it's just a game.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm still like I've always thought about doing stuff with we were just talking about it not too long ago. We were talking about going and playing the Metro series, because I've never played any of the Metro games, and I had thought about playing them at some point. But here I'm hearing that there are certain instances. I think it's mostly in either Last Light or Exodus, I forget. It's either the second or the third game in the series where there are instances of nudity, and I'm like, I can't play this for the stream anymore because I will get banned on Twitch. So I don't know how strong those instances of nudity are. I have to do some research on that before I consider playing.
I also don't know how strict Twitch's rules are, because I wouldn't be surprised if they were like, if they made as long as the game wasn't legitimately just like pornography.
Okay.
Then you can have nudeness, because games have nudeness in it sometimes.
Yeah, like that one section at the end of God of War's first level is like, I was not ready for that when I was 14 and I played the game for the first time. I'll tell you what.
I haven't played God of War.
There's a moment with two naked women on the ship in the first God of War after the tutorial level, and you can have sex with them.
It's not okay.
So, I mean, you don't have to, but you can definitely see some breasts, like open breasts. Like, not even like, you don't even have to zoom in on it or anything. You can see it while you're walking around. So.
Yeah.
Let's see. 2033 and Last Light, and it's wholly optional side stuff, and you can walk around. Okay, gotcha. Well, that's good to know, and if you remember correctly, it's just tits. See, I am okay with the idea of expressing nudity in a video game. I'm just concerned for the safety of my Twitch channel, that's all.
Yeah.
Unless they change it, Twitch is okay with nudity as long as it doesn't
look into their exact policy with something like that.
Yeah, I definitely will before I play any game where it's like, okay, there could be some nudity in this. I'll make sure that I know exactly how it all goes so that I can be like, okay, well... I don't know if I have to warn people or what, but if that's the case, I mean, worst comes to worst, I could just anticipate it happening and then just be like, okay, I'm turning off the visuals for a second. Click. Okay, we're past the nudity. Click. And then we're good, so. Did I get your message on Twitch? I think you should go. Okay, Todd. I don't think I've seen it, but I haven't really been on Twitch's actual website on my computer recently, so I haven't had a chance to check it. If you sent me a whisper, I probably haven't seen it yet, but I'll make sure I check it. So, and okay, well if you're heading out, then all right, Todd. I'll see you next time. Then take it easy, man. hopefully you feel a little better.
Yeah. If you feel like that, make sure you actually do eat something, because
Yeah,
not
for
eating
sure.
enough for a long time will definitely affect your body temperature.
For sure.
And how well you hold heat. So make sure you take care of yourself.
Right, yeah. Starting to get vertigo standing up here waiting for me to come out of there. Okay. I'll be out in a minute there, Amarella. Sorry, I got off on a tangent again.
I helped.
Right. Well, no, I don't think it's that brazen. I'm all for going and, feasting. Sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
That could be, too. Well, Mombrita would want us to go celebrate Thaumanphilia, so let's consider that fact.
Yeah, I definitely get the sense she is the type who'd be like, stop being miserable for your own.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I guess I should probably go too, seeing as how I was one of the few people who was taking on Vishap firsthand, so.
You did.
Not gonna take all the credit, just gonna spread it 8 ways, so.
Yeah. I also helped.
Yes. Definitely share some of the credit, for sure. Now you know who to blame for that vertigo. Whoops. Just casually throw myself and Espy under the bus there.
Oh, I might regret this.
What, being thrown under the bus?
No, trying to do this, this mini instance as Black Mage.
Oh, yeah, that could be a problem. You found a high place to stand and stare from. I'm gonna come out and try to get up there with you. Hang on. I don't know how I'm gonna get there. Let's see if my platforming skills from the gold saucer are still here, but we'll see. Oh, yeah, let me check what's going on with Tataru first. What'd you say? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
No, I'm just saying I survived.
Good. Yeah, that's true, Conker. That's true. Philomene, you haven't happened to have seen where Tataru went, did you? Stepped outside. Probably some fresh air, huh? She probably needs them to get away from all those numbers for a couple of minutes. I know I need a break every now and then when I'm working with numbers. And I'll be working with numbers a lot because my next exam is in financial accounting. That's in 3 weeks. Shouldn't be too bad though. I'm pretty good at that sort of stuff. So. Oh, Tataru's up. How on earth did you get all the way up there?
That's impressive. I didn't know you could go up there.
That's I don't think I could platform that.
I don't actually know how you get up.
I mean, I'm gonna try, but I don't think I could. I don't even know where to start here. I'm gonna go up near where Tataru is because you might be able to.
Wait, what did I confess to for helping kill Bishop?
What did we confess? Oh, the reason why we got off on a tangent.
Oh, yeah, I did do that.
So how on earth did you get up there? Let's see the technique from the expert themselves here. Can do anything enough skill and determination, yeah. I think he's leading me there. Hang on, let's get over there. Or he's going to Rowena's, I can't tell. We're gonna find out in a minute. Excuse me, pardon me, coming through.
He could be going to Rowena's and then,
Almost no one knows about up here, he says. Okay, let's have a look then.
I'm gonna watch this because
this sprint is lasting a really long time. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see.
Okay, you did have to go up here for the,
I did. It's just I never turned right at that door, so I wouldn't even have had the first thought of turning right.
Yeah. I think I have actually seen getting up here, but it's...
Interesting. Interesting.
It's kind of obscure because you don't actually have to ever go up there, I don't think.
Right. Is this railing safe to jump on? Like, not this one, this one. I am not convinced that this will hold my weight. I'm gonna... Confucius, if I die doing this, you and Interceptor can split up the gill. I died! I didn't
How much
die. I
gil
got
do you have in your pocket?
394,000.
How much gil do you have overall?
394,000.
Okay, you don't have any in your retainers. I don't know how retainers work. I just use them as like treasure box and just like hold my stuff for me.
No, I usually take the gil that they have because they're selling my stuff. So
yeah, I do that too when I'm selling stuff. But like I don't know if there's like.
You can have them hold on to a good chunk of it, but yeah.
Presumably only such that you can have more than the on-person cap.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Are you still up there, Amarella? I wouldn't be shocked. He probably watched me commit a very grave error there by jumping off. Became determined to find it, and I did. Yes, I did, Conquer. That is true.
Okay.
Can jump onto the building to the right. It's a neat spot to AFK. Oh, okay, good. Look to my right and up. Okay, let me finish talking to Tataru, and I will. Well, what's the problem there, Tataru? Come on now, we're good enough friends, you can tell me. Oh, okay. See you then. Oh. Well, okay then. Nice to know I always have someone watching over me. Yeah. Let's go have a chat with Minfilia and see if we can see what was amiss here with Tataru.
I need a new aiming ring. Do I not have a better aiming ring? I guess I don't. I can always do that. Yes. Let's see what happens. I probably will not be mashed until end of after the stream. Well, maybe. Depends on how long you're planning to go today.
I'm not really sure. I haven't, I kind of lost count of how many quests we've done this time. I know there was like 12 or 13 total for this,
You've done
this
a lot,
patch.
But I'm going to be totally honest with you. You're going to want to save legitimately like an hour or two at your for the last section. Like once you get to maybe 2 or 3 quests left.
That would be a good time to call it, maybe.
Yeah, you're gonna want to save like maybe half a stream for that. So depending on how far you get now.
Okay. I'll go for about 3 hours then today. We'll go for the full 3, and then we'll just see how. Because I mean, I have other stuff I can do if it doesn't last the whole stream. I can always do the monk quest, the scholar quest for level 50, and there's also the quest for Edda. So.
Oh yeah, I do want to be there for that because it's good.
Yeah. That'll be a tomorrow thing. So are you going to be here tomorrow or?
Yeah, I should be.
Okay.
That's Thursday?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it straight up tells you in front of some of the towards the end, it straight up tells you there's going to be a lot of cutscenes in a row, so don't like do this if you don't have time to watch them all.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So you know.
Okay. So if we get up to that point, then great. That's where we'll call it for the day before we get to there. So I'll see what I can do. We got about an hour and... Yeah, about an hour left, so before I hit the full 3, so. Need some paid time off there, Tataru? I don't know who we'd have to do the accounting in the time that you're gone, but... And what would that be? Oh, okay, well, I guess that's a pretty noble goal. For what it's worth, I think she can do it. I just don't know where she's gonna go. But... Oh, hey, Ori Boulder, what's up? She did run past with a bit of fervor, didn't she?
Yeah. So after you finish turning in this quest, there's gonna be 2 quests. One of which follows Tataru, which I would recommend doing first, and one of which follows Hoary Boulder.
Okay, gotcha. We'll do them in that order then. Maybe I could do the accounting for them. I could. I am going to school for business finance, so.
Do the accounting for for the Scions.
Yeah.
I'm
I could
afraid
probably
they have
cover
some
for
other-
her, but I probably have more pressing matters to deal with.
You do. Yeah. So by the way, since you're at more or less, you're almost at the end of you're very close to the end of 7th Astral Era. So I want to point out my issue with this. I think the big issue with this is that they put in like legitimately almost over half a dozen different plot points in this section. You've got the new thing with the Ascians. Even if you lump in all of the primals but Shiva, you still got all of the primals showing up, of which there's Ramu, there's Leviathan, there's King Mogulmog. So that's 3 primals plus the Ascians who are doing the thing. There's the Unrest in Ul'dah. There's the Crystal Braves. There's Shiva and the Heretics. There's the Dragon, and then you can almost, if you want, you could count the dragons completely separately from Shiva and the Heretics specifically. And I just listed 8 different things that happen.
That is a lot, yeah, to pack into some side content, or not side content, but patch content in between major expansions.
Yeah.
I almost feel like they could have, like, I almost feel like out of all of them, they almost could have cut out the Revolution in Ul'dah and still been fine. But
or at least spend less time on it, maybe, because it hasn't gone away yet, to be clear.
Yeah, we still haven't resolved that little plot point yet.
Yeah. I think also they just generally sometimes give me the sense that they forgot some stuff. Like,
yeah, I get that sense sometimes.
Like, to be upfront, you can ask some characters about the Ascian breaking into your office again, but it doesn't actually seem to ever come up again in my memory. They never just show up and are just like, we can show up where literally anywhere now. Or if they can, they never do it.
Right. Gonna go work on Samurai Quest real quick, finish them before end stream, show you the 70 Samurai set. Okay, sounds good, Amarella. No problem. More pressing matters like Chocobo racing. It's very tempting. It's very tempting, Conquer. We still haven't... I did the tutorial for it, though, off-screen. We could probably go do it at some point. If we have time between all the cutscenes and the Edda quest and the Monk and Scholar quest tomorrow, then we'll go do Chocobo racing. So it's not really like something I'd want to spend a lot of time on. I just want to show it on screen just so that it's you know, I can say I did it. You know. Which one of these? Probably an unexpected ambition would be Tataru.
Yeah, that is unexpected. That is the Tataru one.
Okay.
But you should accept both of them now and then start the other one on the way out.
Oh, okay.
Because that one has you talk to someone who's in the Scion's office.
Okay. Oh, she's
So
trying
you
to go to
don't
the
wanna,
Arcanist Guild.
So it'll be a little easier if you
So take both of them, talk to whoever is with Hoary Boulder.
Yeah.
On the way out, or Hoary Boulder himself, and then go to do Tataru's thing. Okay.
Yeah, and then you can just go from where Tataru's thing is to where the other quest is, and then once you finish them, you can just head back to the Rising Stones and turn in both of them, both the chains.
Then that's what we'll do. I haven't been back to the Arcanist Guild in a long time, so it'll be like revisiting my third home. So
yeah. Yeah, so this is one of those times you get bonus dialogue, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Because when you talk to people in the guild, they recognize you.
I should probably put on my scholar gear when I go there.
You could. I don't think you have to fight anything for it.
So they'll recognize me even if I'm not, even if I'm on a separate class? They'll recognize my work as an Arcanist, or? Yeah,
they'll always recognize you, whatever levels you have, even if you're not in that class actively.
Oh, okay, cool.
For example, Estinian will comment, you know, when Lord Emmerich introduces Estinian, he says, "I am not without equal anymore, now that I have a fellow Azure Dragoon." If you have completed the level 50 Dragoon quests, because that's part of that quest line.
Gotcha. Okay.
Although
it cool.
oddly doesn't really leave that questline resolved. Now that I think about it, because it just kind of like leaves after that, and there's no real indication what he does after, other than just like show up.
Oh, okay.
Because basically, it's him saying he's gonna take the eye and draw Nidhogg away to battle him, and your friend and your mentor, who was also his mentor, is like, no, because you will be enthralled by him. He's too the dragon's mind is too powerful for you to fight against it if you try and do something like that.
Oh, okay.
And
Gotcha.
so you fight Estinian and stop him from doing that. So he gives the eye back.
Oh, okay.
In the introduction, he's stolen the eye, but I'm not really sure how that makes sense. Presumably, it means he took him out of the vault where he wasn't when he wasn't supposed to.
Oh, okay. So this is separate from him actually using and negating the power of Needhog.
He has done that, but from what I would assume, he took it out of the custody of the vault.
Oh, okay.
Where it is supposed to be stored. He gets power from it either way, but he took it physically on his person, which he's not supposed to do.
Okay, so they're escorting scholars, Hori Boulder and Coltonet. Cool.
Yeah. He's a jerk.
Who, Coltonet or the scholar?
No, the scholar.
Oh, okay. Is it going to be Professor Eric again? Because, good lord,
No,
man.
although that would be really funny.
Oh,
You have to
Tranquil,
rewrite all of
okay.
his dialogue, though, so he would, or well, maybe, depending on how much of a jerk he would still be, even after, you know.
Be like, hey, it's
You haven't actually you aren't
airheaded
actually
monk.
level 50 monk, are you? Or you already kind of finished the quest?
I finished the 50 quest for monk a while ago.
Oh,
So-
okay. Well,
Not the
you
one
have to
for
do it.
Heaven's Ward, obviously, because I need to get to
Oh.
the next, like, the end of the quests there,
Yeah.
but...
So you can't do those yet. What were you
Right.
saying when you were going to do the Heaven's Work one and the, You were saying you still had to do level 50 for Monk and Scholar.
Yeah, I the introductory Heaven's Ward quests for the Monk and Scholar. Like, the
You don't
class
have to do those
quests
until
for
you-
those, there's, the quests that you only have to be level 50 in order to do. That's what I meant.
You have to have completed you have to have gotten into Heaven's Work to do those. You can't do those yet.
Oh, okay. So I actually would have to go to the gates and go into Ishgard in order to do
You have
those?
to have completed you have to have completed the Realm Reborn storyline, and it will tell you when you do that. The quest, it tells you when you complete those quests. When you complete the 50 quests, it says you can start the next quest by talking to the person that you already would be talking to after having completed...
It was like Before the Dawn, I think, was the name
Yeah.
of the quest, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so once you completed that quest, you are officially moved into Heavensward, and after you start the Heavensward stuff, you can immediately start doing those things again.
Okay, gotcha.
But, fair warning, you're going to be able to probably do some of the quests for those. You're going to be delayed on doing some of those quests, because even though you're high enough level, they'll be requiring you to go to areas you haven't unlocked yet, because there'll be areas that are part of Dravania and Kurthis.
Oh, you mean like the class quests? I'll want to delay them. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like the class quests. Like, you can't do, like, I know for Warrior, for example, when you reach the level 54, Warrior quest requires you to go to an area that you won't have unlocked 54 in the MSQ.
Okay. Yeah, I was planning on delaying them anyway. Like, I was doing them after a certain set of quests, I would end up doing a quest for the classes. So I'd break them up a little that way. So yeah, we'll make sure we do that. Okay, so Arcanist Guild and then Camp Tranquil, which is in the Black Shroud. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go to Limsa first, and then we will go to Gridania after that.
But you are legit coming up really close to the end.
Am I?
Once
Oh, you
you've
know what? I can
completed-
walk there.
Once you've completed all of the quests for this, you have 4 left, and most of them are like and the last 2 are almost entirely cutscene.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, we are
Those
pretty
are
close
gonna-
then.
It's maybe an hour worth of cutscene for those last 2.
Gotcha. Okay. I think we can get rid of all of this stuff. I don't need that X ether. I could sell the Gigantoad skin, but it's alright. So which ethers do... Oh, I have a high elixir. Okay, well that's probably not as good, but it usually serves my purposes well enough. Let me just check how much MP that gives back. 690 points max, and this gives 630, and it doesn't restore HP. So yeah, the high elixirs are just a smidge better than these X ethers. I guess we could check on the board and see how much Quick Tongue Materia sells for. just in case I decide I want to sell it instead of use it myself. We don't have a whole lot of materia slots right now, though. That's the trouble, because the item level 110 armor sets that we have, I don't think they have any materia slots in them. I could be wrong, but last I checked, I'm pretty sure they don't. Alright, let's see. So, quick tongue. Materia 4. Sells for. Yeah, not much. A pittance. Well, then we'll hold on to it.
That's a good word.
Yeah, I like that word.
Okay. Meantime, I've gotten into roulette, so I'm probably far enough ahead of you that you won't be that much ahead of that. You probably will only be a little bit of lead of me by the time I'm done with the roulette.
Okay, gotcha.
Because I've been more or less skipping the cutscenes because I've seen them already twice.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna see them again when you do them.
Right, yeah. Okay, no problem. Now, I think this quest that's locked here, yeah, this quest, an Eggy by any other name, if we were still using Summoner there, that would be the quest you could do to change your glamours for your Eggies.
So you could, you can make them appear as
other things, basically. So
you can make them appear as your carbuncles again.
Right. Yep. But we're not doing that. Maybe we'll leave the summoning to Tataru. We'll see which type of Arcanist she decides to. Actually, I don't know. She'd have to get a soul crystal, and I don't even know if NPCs are privy to those.
They are. I mean, some of them are, kinda.
Maybe Tataru will be one of them. Let's find out. Materia slots that matter don't come in until around I-230. Oh, okay, gotcha. I've just been kind of slotting them in just for the hell of it to be like, oh, it's a little extra crit or a little extra, direct hit rate, something like that. Those are usually the big two that I've been using. Because they seem to be pertinent for both of the classes I'm in right now, so. Or both the jobs, I should say. Class is a separate thing. Well, I'm coming to check on your progress. I was an Arcanist too. You could have just asked me for some help. Well, right. Oh, okay. I wonder if it's the level 1 training exercise. I wouldn't be shocked. Maybe Thubergeim will be able to tell us, actually. Let's go have a chat with our old guild master. Why not? Haven't seen her in a while. I'm sure she'll be happy to see me. Can tell her what an accomplished scholar I've become. I probably shouldn't mention that I dropped Summoner, though. She might be a little unhappy about that. Oh, just in the neighborhood. Also, a friend of mine is becoming an Arcanist, so I figured I'd see her off. Well, I didn't want to tell her that. I mean, I am her friend, so I'm trying to encourage her, Guildmaster. I don't know if that's a good idea, but I mean, you could play devil's advocate. You could be the one that's discouraging her, and I could just tell her not to take your bullshit. Sometimes that works. Yes, I distinctly recall doing that supervision. Yes.
The crates where what's her name shows up. It's like watching you.
Yeah, Kalia. Yeah.
That's a good scene.
So now I'm going to be the one lurking in the shadows instead of Kalia. Great. All right, let's go over to the Zephyr Gate and see how Tataru's doing.
Yeah. I believe that's one of the areas you can teleport through.
Yep. Yep, I got it right here in my teleport menu. I made a habit of making sure I got all the aetheryte crystals when I first came to each of these towns, so...
Yeah, you absolutely should do that, so good on you for doing that.
Figured it was important, so...
Yeah, I mean, important, maybe not. Really, really useful, definitely.
Yeah. It's weird that I have nostalgia for when I was back at this part when I was as an actual level 1 Arcanist, but I come back here and I just see this stuff and I'm like, it's like I'm filled with, I'm awash with emotion again, because I'm like I've been where Tataru was. I know what she's about to go do, so let's see how she does at it.
Let's see how it goes. It might go well.
I'm hoping. Here she goes with her songs again. Well, at least she can summon Carbuncle. I think that's better than I could do at this point.
I think this is a level 10 quest, so you could probably have summoned Carbuncle by this
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm misremembering. Don't use Backdraft, Tataru. It's not good. At least she's full of confidence.
True.
They stare into each other's eyes, and Carbuncle ran away.
Yeah.
See, this is why you set him on Obey, Tataru. Then he won't run away. Jeez, he's really getting up there. You didn't sick him on an enemy at the top of that hill, did you? Because, I mean, I don't think that there's that kind of... Oh, my God.
She's gonna have a bad time.
Yeah. Yeah, get out of there, Tataru. You don't have miasma 2 yet.
You can rescue her.
I could, if I wasn't in a cutscene.
If you were physically capable of moving.
Yeah. I'm kind of glued to the spot. Confucius, go rescue Tataru. Okay, let's go see what happened. Poor Tataru. So, you and I need to have a chat about the pet hotbar, Tataru, because I didn't think it was really that important either until I learned how my class actually worked. I'm just here for support. Hey, I was where you were at one point. I get it, man. Yes, this is in fact why you have your summons on Obey. Come on, this is one failure, Tataru. You already established yourself as a minor, kind of. I don't think this one failure should determine whether or not you decide to be an Arcanist.
You kind of defeat your own point by calling her attempts to be a minor.
Well, yeah.
Since that also ended with you having to rescue her.
That's true. That is true. Well, I mean, we could go somewhere else. We could try a different class, Tataru. I mean, I know Summoner's a complex job, but I still don't think that's a reason to quit. Oh, okay, there she goes. Oh, okay. Thought it was an important message from the Colonel, but it was not.
Is it ever? It seems like it almost never is.
Well, in this particular case, it just wasn't. So, I don't know. Oh, okay, we gotta go speak to Thuber again. Alright, let's go back to the guild then. Oh, I think Confucius, yeah, he went elsewhere. He was so embarrassed for Tataru, he needed to hang his head in shame and leave.
Aww.
Poor Tataru, poor Confucius. Why not White Mage? Well, she hasn't been to Gridania yet, I guess, so that could be a class that she'd want to look up.
I mean... It kind of gives a reason.
I don't know. I can't really see Tataru being a White Mage, though. Like, it doesn't seem like her kind of class or job. I'm trying to think what would be her kind of job, though, and I'm... currently, I'm drawing a blank, which is not very helpful as a friend, but, you know. What kind of a job could Tataru... See, they don't have an arithmetician in this game. If they had an arithmetician, she'd be all over that shit,
okay, but that's actually kind of your point. The arithmetician, the closest thing to a class that relies on math and geometry is, in fact, the Arcanist.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
Because, I mean, you do start writing in your book when you do a summon. Your base, Arcanima is relatively close to arcane math.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
so your thought is actually quite accurate. It's just, unfortunately, that didn't work out for her either.
Right. Poor Tataru. Well, let's go see what Thubergeim has to say. And from there, we'll go to Camp Tranquil. I unfortunately can't take the ferry right here to get there because I'm pretty sure that takes you to Thanalin instead of Gridania, so...
Yeah. It does. It takes you to Vesper Bay, I believe.
Yeah.
Which is very far from where you want to be.
Right, yeah. Normally earlier it would be exactly where I'd want to be, but at this point in time, we've kind of moved our base of operations, so...
Yeah, in this case, also you've...
Excuse me.
In this case, you're also going to Camp Tranquil, which is instead of Waking Sands.
Right, yeah. Well, our fledgling Arcanist seems to have fled the coop there, Thubergeim. Oh, here she is. Abysmally. Hey, I'm not going to testify to your failure, Tadaru. That is not very friendly of me.
Oh, perfect. That is literally the exact thing I needed.
Yeah, you probably flew through those first few quests as an Arcanist faster than I did there, to be honest, Tadaru, because we basically talked with a couple NPCs and teleported, and you were already on the level 10 quest, so...
Yeah. She also must have that road to 60.
Yeah.
Stop sharing the death.
I don't know what you're doing, but that doesn't sound good.
I'm in a dungeon.
Oh, okay. Okay, Tadaru, so what's next for you? You could just wear them in a night on the town or something. You could bring them your grimoire. I'm sure that would be enough. Where are we going, exactly? Oh, to Costa del Sol. Okay. Are you going there to mine some more? Oh, boy. Let's follow her, make sure she's okay. Can we? We can get to Costa from the Fisherman's Guild, I think. So let's head that way. I would teleport, but you know me. I'm trying to pinch my pennies as best I can here. We'll need them.
How much do you have?
395,000 gil.
Okay, so you only have 30,000 more than me.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, our target at this point is 600,000, so that I can use 500 of it to buy an apartment and then have some change left over. So.
Oh, okay.
Yep, I'm heading to Costa. I didn't keep my beach outfit, unfortunately. I kind of got rid of that, but could always equip Miner. That's the closest thing to a beach outfit I have now.
I feel like the tank doesn't know that the mechanic is that if the tank doesn't attack this thing, then it will attack anyone. Whoever does the killing blow to this thing, to this moth, automatically draws all maximum possible aggro from the boss, and it will never let go of it.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah. So the tank has to keep killing them, because if another person does it, it will should be.
Yeah, that's. I hope they realize it soon. Apartment's really 500k. Could have sworn they were cheaper. The last I checked, they were 500k. But yeah. Okay, did you get another outfit?
Oh.
Which man in the Drowning Wench told you to look where? Oh, okay. You need me to do it. Is that where your was going? Because I get the feeling that's where
She doesn't need you to do that part.
She just needs me to guard her while she harvests the pearls, I'll bet.
Exactly.
Oh boy, here we go.
I'm so proud of you.
Always rescuing her from a bind.
To be
Not
fair,
that I mind.
At least this time she's telling you up front that she's gonna need your help instead of just like, I can do this, and then you go and check and she's like gonna die.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's not that I mind, it's just, you know.
Okay, we cleared.
Cool. Yeah, I'll keep watch. Although keeping watch might be a little tricky since I've got a blindfold on, but I'll do that. I'll sense the danger coming. How about that? And I'm sure it will come because there's a shadowy thing around the around this area. Oh, look, a sea snake. Great.
Yeah, that's what that means. Bad time.
Man, this thing's tanky.
Oh yeah, it's actually a pretty tough enemy.
Might want to get Confucius out here, actually. Hang on. Pardon me for a moment. Let me summon my chocobo. There we go. Kick his ass, Confucius. I'll run circles around him while you do that. I'm gonna put Bloodbath on. Keep up my Demolish. Get Eternal Release up. Go. Man, that lasted a long time. Well, you put up a good fight there, Morguir, but you still can't compare to the Alpha Basilisk that I had to kill that one time.
Why did you have to do that?
There was a Piced Skin map, I think, that I found when I was mining. This was off-screen, and it was in... Actually, it was pretty close to here. It was over in Raincatcher Gully, near the entrance going to Lower Lanasia. Unearthed the treasure, and I went into it, and it was... opened it up, and there was an Alpha Basilisk, and I literally... It's one of about 3 or 4 times total so far that I've actually had to switch Confucius to healer stance to keep up with his damage. That thing was... like tanky as a motherfucker, and it took a lot of damage to kill it. So it was almost like a proper boss fight. So
oh yeah, because it's a map. Yeah, those are like that, I think. Maps are pretty hard. They're supposed to be like 8-man things for their levels.
Well, I guess I don't know my own strength then.
Yeah, well, it's also a lot an older thing, so
okay, yeah, makes sense. At least Morguir isn't constantly attacking Tataru regardless of your attacks. Yeah, that's a good point, yeah. Not all are 8-man, most are 4, then some high tier ones are 8. Well, I did them 1-man. I'll take pride in that lack of accomplishment. So.
I mean, that is by definition an accomplishment. It is a thing that you did successfully.
Yeah, I guess that's true. 1 man and 1 chocobo, though. Let's not forget that Confucius was there to help.
Yeah.
So she got some blood pearls. Okay. Well, that's a good idea. I mean, I hate to break it to you, Tataru. You're gonna have to break into a different class to make those. You gotta be a goldsmith in order to make jewelry.
I mean, she could always take up a crafting class too.
She could. She's already got a gathering class. She can practically gather all the materials she needs.
For that, yeah, miner and goldsmith go together well.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I gotta go to the woman's.
I guess we decided to try and actually do the mechanic for Lost City of Amdapur, which is usually going to be a disaster because it requires you to actually like play memory match.
Oh.
With a dozen things in a giant circle.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's gonna go poorly.
Well.
On the plus side, you fight Diabolos.
Oh, okay. Oh. I didn't know he was in this game.
Yeah, he's just a boss in Lost City of Amdapur.
Gotcha. Tataru, are you sure you don't want to just teleport to where you're going? Okay. Fine. Bye. You know that's not the way back to Limsa,
Other
right?
people know how. Other people can't teleport as much as you.
Yeah,
yes.
Good point.
Which also raises the question, if the guild was ever strapped for cash, why don't they just have you provide your millions of gold?
Well, they never ask for it, so... At least
Oh,
not
goodness,
so
we've
far.
already spent more time describing the mechanic than we've spent actually being able to do the mechanic.
Oh, jeez.
In the time they spent explaining the mechanic, we probably could have already reached the mechanic.
You and your friends do the highest tier maps 4-man. Much easier to get the loot you want. Oh, okay. Well, that's a good plan. Just thought of this, but why not have Interceptor be there for Tataru as emotional support? That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, if she needed it, I'd definitely let Interceptor be there.
Interceptor.
I do need Interceptor, yes, but it would be like a rite of passage. You know what I mean? Like in Final Fantasy VI, if Shadow dies on the floating continent, he actually passes Interceptor to Realm, and basically nobody ever gets that because they always keep Shadow alive. But yeah, if you actually let Shadow die on the floating continent, Realm gets Interceptor and she can use it. So Tataru in that case would be like Realm.
Except the thing where you leave him behind.
Yeah, so you there's a point on the floating continent in Final Fantasy VI where you can either choose to wait for Shadow, who's the ninja that you get for your party, because he's holding off the big bad guy from destroying the whole planet. So you can wait for him, or you can just leave because he told you specifically, if you wait for me, the whole world might explode. So just go. But if you wait for him, he stays alive, even though the whole world still explodes. If you go, he dies, and the whole world explodes anyway. So.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a bad time, the floating continent.
It took this person 60 seconds to type 12 words.
Huh. Okay, so we got to go back to...
I don't want to be critical of people's typing, but this does not even need to be... We've actually spent 3 minutes with one person trying and not actually explaining the mechanic.
That's some party you found there. Teleporting is only able to be done by people replete with ether, quote unquote. Other people can teleport occasionally, but not as often. Okay, yeah, gotcha. Well, let's use the airship to go to Gridania. Why the hell not? I think we'll finish this set of quests here, and we'll see if there's, like, how long the quest after that is, or if it's one of the ones with all the cutscenes. And then maybe we'll call it a day. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how long it takes to do these little sets of quests for Hori Bolter and Tataru here. Hey, we got another auto-host stream. Thank you for the auto-host. Appreciate that. Alright. We're in Gridania, and that means that I can teleport to Camp Tranquil for slightly less money. If I so choose. And as a matter of fact, I think I will do that right now. I think, though, the amount that I paid to get to the airship plus the amount I just paid to teleport is the same as if I had just teleported from Limsa, but it's alright. Okay, where's this scholar needed to protect?
Oh, yeah, you get... Yeah, there's legitimately no benefit to it because you can actually be too late to open the door, and if the mechanic starts before you open the door, you still take the damage and the debuff.
Oh.
So...
Well, that's not good. Isam Har, do you mind giving directions? Oh, okay, he's just gonna give me a quest marker. Okay. Did we ever beat Landonell at Triple Triad? I'm pretty sure we didn't, so let's play some Triple Triad while we're here.
Oh, but also the tank does not actually know that the boss cleaves, and has let it hit everyone with the cleave.
Huh. Yeah, that's a problem.
This is gonna suck, isn't it?
Oh, I didn't know that's what the recommended thing did. I just thought it would give me something from my from the decks that I made. Apparently it gave me 5 cards randomly. Yeah, this isn't gonna go too well, I don't think. How about this? I need to take him one of his cards back, but I don't think I'm gonna get the opportunity. Huh. Yeah, this is a bust. Thanks, recommended. That didn't really work at all. Still can't beat him. Damn. No, you can gloat, Landonell. It's fine. I lost fair and square. I'll admit it. Let's see. So, we need to go to... Oh, okay, over where that conspiracy theory fate is. Alright. Come on, Confucius, get down from that rope that you probably shouldn't be able to stand on if the laws of physics actually applied to you. Then again, I'm pretty sure they don't, so... You do you, Confucius, but I need your mount services currently, so...
So, sorry to be distracting from your, like, actual gameplay.
Nah, it's fine.
Did you talk to the scholar?
I did, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yep, he pointed me over here, so...
Yeah. So, you're gonna have to do the same thing that you just did for Tatra, basically.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
Which is stand watch.
Okay. So what are you there researching there, friendo? Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured. Okay. Maybe I should have been Scholar for this quest. Maybe he would have treated me like an actual person. Then again, being monk for this is kind of deja vu anyway, because this is how Professor Eric treats me, so... Aha! I see some interruptions! Thankfully, I'm pretty sure they're just gonna go after me instead of going after him. Which means that I can beat them senseless, and then they won't even... It'll be like they were never even here. Fierce Demon Thing!
You're literally just gonna say that every time.
I am, yes. It makes it more powerful, don't you know? It increases its potency.
Does it now?
Is he researching the Palace of the Dead? Because isn't that what this hole is?
I think it is, yeah.
Hmm. More quietly. There's only so quietly I can punch something to death, dude. Just be glad I wasn't using, like, an actual weapon or something, because that would be even louder. Okay, we gotta go to Snake Molt now. Ah, okay, so speaking of Amdapur, I think that's where we're headed.
We're headed to Lost City, or to...
Let's see. It is... Amdapur Keep.
Oh. Yeah, I'm in Lost City.
Ah, okay, so those are 2 separate places. I didn't even know. Gotcha. Oh, hey, the Scarred Antelope spawned here again. It's probably like that one monster that I was trying to fight, although I think the one I'm thinking of, it was like a Malboro over by Hawk Manor that one time, but I'm pretty sure that was a Fate rather than a... I think that's a B rank, the Scarred Antelope there. B rank hunt, that is. The real question is, if a Scarred Antelope was to fight a Deep Void Death Mouse, which one of them would come out on top? Probably the Antelope, because it's a B rank hunt, and the Death Mouse is just an enemy, so... Okay, so, what are we studying here? Okay, can do. Where's the watch point? Wouldn't it be better to have the high ground? Just a thought, but it's fine. I'll stand watch here.
Okay, we actually got it.
Oh, nice. Oh, here they are.
Oh,
no, not the Death Mouse. Wow.
It actually is, I think, easier if you just ignore the mechanic and just heal through it.
Excuse me. I heard the sound effect for Bloodbath, and I was like, wait a minute, I didn't activate that skill, did I? No, the bat was sucking my blood. Not cool. You know, if you needed readings around here, you could have just asked me. I've already gotten readings for another scholar friend of mine. I think that's the pungent smell of the will-o'-the-wisps that you're talking about. The blasphemous air. Hey man, at least it's not St. Daniphan's fire. Let's see. And last but not least is... Oh, okay, so now we're going to Lost City. Okay. So they're on two separate sides of the South Shroud here. So if you finish the dungeon in the next 3 minutes or so, I might see you on the outside of it, depending on if you...
I already finished it. And
oh, okay.
Didn't come out of where the dungeon is.
Ah, okay. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that the Lost City is where that big light is over there. Fancy luminous mushrooms they got here. I don't have Fists of Fire on. It's not a wonder it was taking longer than usual to kill those things. Oh, I've been upgraded to your Guardian now. He thinks highly of me. This is unsettling. I need Professor Eric back.
You need to feel that sense of being condescended to.
How can I work under these stressful conditions? That sounded very angry. I'm glad I wasn't standing in that. Probably would have sent my soul to the Shadow Realm. Oh, there's more of them. It's alright, come get some. There's plenty enough for everyone. Including ones who aren't normally supposed to be in the thing, and I'm pretty sure I just aggroed several of them. Gotcha. Okay. I didn't actually aggro any of the Revenants. I was expecting the Fierce Demon Fang would do that, but nope. No, you really don't want to know because it was very unsettling. It's kind of what happens when you explore these places that have all this death in them there, sir. You kind of start to smell like the death. Well, anyway. Let's head back to Camp Tranquil and see if we can't get all this stuff taken care of. Oop. And maybe not get stuck on a rock. That's probably not good. Okay, Mr. Scholar, is that all your readings? I mean, I got back here as fast as I could. I can't teleport to the location like you guys can. I mean, I could, but it's a little bit of a waste of money to walk 5 feet, don't you think? Okay, and what did you find?
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. What's going on? Begin to smell like death when you are the one who brings it to your enemies. Yes, that's probably why I smell like it, because I am the bringer of death. So, I have become death, almost. Oh, incidentally, speaking of death, did you find the surprise at Bitter Black Isle there, Conquer, when you were playing? Because death was the surprise, and not in a figurative sense either. And what does that mean for the citizens of Eorzea? Yeah, the Reaper. Yep, that's the surprise. Yep. He has a tendency to show up in the most inconvenient of places on Bitter Black Isle. Okay, well, I'm glad I could help you take said measurements. Durability, Drought, Spear Pump Potion, Elegant Silver. Well, we're taking the silver, so... Oh, an escort mission? Ew! Great. You found him in the garden when you fell into it by accident. Oh, that sucks. Sorry, man. Yeah, like I said, inconvenient places he'll show up, and that would be one of them. See, that's what I was talking about. Those kinds of conditions where he says, no, don't bother answering. You're just too dumb to understand what I'm saying, when I understand perfectly. Earth's found. Oh, okay. I know where we're going then. I don't know if we've been over here specifically. I know we went to Earth's Fount to get those, I think we killed the wild hogs that we had to kill for our hunting log over here. But, yeah, there is a reason to go to Earth's Fount besides just black alum and wild hogs. There's actually a quest that you end up over here for, but we may or may not end up doing that quest. I'm not really sure yet. We'll see. If we have enough time, we will, but if not, it's not that big of a deal. Still around, just left Discord to focus on cutscenes. Okay, Emerald, no problem. I figured you were just busy with the samurai quests that you were doing, so. You're on the balcony above the garden trying to platform over to another ledge that you didn't know wasn't an actual ledge. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that happens sometimes in Dragon's Dogma. They don't, sometimes they don't indicate what is and isn't a ledge, and you smack into an invisible plot wall. And then you flop on your face. Kinda sucks, really. I wonder if the wild hogs here will aggro to me and Confucius. Probably, since we're 9 levels out. Let's find out. Hi there. I always seem to be on Monk. I always seem to be just barely below the point where the enemies will not ignore me. I don't even know if I said that right. The double negative might have made it so I meant they would ignore me. But the point is that I'm too low of a level. I'm higher level than I should be, but I'm too low of a level for them to ignore me like they do on Scholar. It's okay though. Confucius needs a little experience to get his stuff up, so. $718 on that snap punch. We're almost pushing 1,000 damage per strike there, boys and girls. We'll get there. Soon enough, hopefully. Look at all these boar hides I'm getting. That wasn't hardly anything. Okay, well the big boar spawned, but we don't need to worry about that, so. Yeah, he'll die to the dot, yep. Getting a lot of boar hides here, too. I think I'm going the right way through here. Guess we'll find out in a second. Finding a lot of giant bugs, which might or might not indicate going the right way. here we go. Because up here should be what we're looking for. The crystal in particular we're looking for is up here. So. Since you couldn't land on it, you fell, lost a lot of HP, saw a bunch of goblins, and the Reaper appeared, and you panic noped out of there while your screen was flashing. And then was back at the first area with the wolves. Yeah. I think that's a lot of people's first reactions to the Reapers, so you are not alone in that assessment. It is a pretty nope situation, because those goblins can be nasty, and the Reaper can be even worse, so. No, he was right. The crystals around here do just sort of spawn out of nowhere. If I'm finding giant bugs, have I shrunk? I sure hope not. I wouldn't know how to change back if I did. I think it's just a Jurassic Park situation where the bugs are enormous. Actually, did they have giant bugs in Jurassic Park, or was it just the dinosaurs? I forget. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. Let's see. Oh, here we go. This will give me the high ground. Excuse me. And Kira, thank you for the auto host. Appreciate that. Oh, we're getting a cutscene this time. This might be a little different from the norm. Something else like what? Oh boy, what did he find? Oh, I know who that is.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. I had a feeling he was dead, but I didn't know we were gonna find him. Good lord. Well, you're a little too late there, Hoary Boulder and Coltonet. We've found a big problem. Yeah, well, this is why. We were busy here at Earth's Fount, and, well... I mean, I guess nobody would find him over here. Because who in the hell would, come to look over here? Yeah, he probably didn't expect to get gutted. So... Well, what you guys should do is you should report this to the authorities. I, personally, should go and hand Captain Ilbert his ass, because I know he's the one behind this. Yeah, I'm definitely heading back that way, because they will. They will want to know. And we will find out, Hoary Boulder. Yes, we will. You were completely lost until you healed yourself enough so you ran into a bunch of walls. Oh, boy. Yeah, it's... Bitter Black Isle is not a fun place, man. It can get kind of nasty. You're doing fine at one point, and then you just run into a big fat brick wall of enemies that will totally halt your progress, so... Excuse me. Let's see. Rising Stones and Rising Stones. Okay, yep. So both of our quests take us back to Revenant's Toll, so let's go back there. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. Ah, here we go. Alright. Let's go report our stuff with Minfilia. Join us. We want you to be part of the Horde. Sorry, Olyasha. I don't even know if that's how you say the name. Not really keen on joining a random free company. Okay, let's report. Let's see. Which one was the Tataru one? I'm forgetting now. Let's see. Ancient Ways, Timeless Wants is Tataru's. Okay, so we'll turn that one in first. I did, and, well, we went on a small misadventure.
Yeah.
It's one of the most blunt Free Company messages you've seen.
Yeah, now you see why I said to do the Tataru thing first.
Yeah, it was a little more lighthearted than the other thing.
Finding a, I mean,
The
I
dead
don't know if it's
body
your
of a
friend because
crystal
you had
brave.
no idea who he was.
Yeah,
But,
well,
you know.
it's almost like it's like finding evidence that my opinion of Ilberd is correct, and my opinion of him is currently in the dumpster. So
I don't know how old Willred is, other than they just say he's like a boy, but you know he's not.
I think you cut out after he's not. I didn't hear the rest.
I don't know how old Willred is.
Hmm.
Or was.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Couldn't have been that old though. They said he wasn't like. He was they said he was from Little Alamigo, and he wasn't really like. He was kind of like a fledgling, I think, is what they mentioned at one point. So not couldn't be that old.
It's like older teens, I think, like 17 or 18 probably, because they were. He and his other like friends group were trying to wanted to find a way to fight and retake Alamigo. This doesn't.
Oh, okay, yeah, that rings a bell. Okay.
Yeah, and then when you're investigating, the Alamegans want nothing to do with you until you go and talk to someone. You get the recommendation of someone in Gridania by helping them, and then they send back to you.
Okay, yeah, this is ringing a bell now. Okay.
And you talk to the guy, and you find out that they're planning to steal crystals from the Amalja and summon Rogger, which would be bad, obviously.
You're right. Yeah, I don't think we could have handled Rogir as a level. What were we at that point? Like 40 or something?
Less, probably like 25.
25. Okay, even earlier.
Yeah. So yeah, and so you go out to try and stop them, but you're unfortunately late enough that most of them have been slaughtered by the Amalja. But you do rescue him and some friends and drive off the remainder.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, and that's when you one of the first, and that's like I think the first time that they pretty much are like, yeah, the Ascians are helping teach people to summon primals because summoning primals causes problems, and they like that.
Right.
Along with Hawk Manor, I believe.
Yeah. I think that was right before Hawk Manor or something.
I believe it was right before Hawk Manor.
Yeah, he will. He definitely will want to investigate. I mean, I already know who would do this, but I can't specifically tell you because my character can't. I mean, I could spell it on the table if you give me a pen or a pencil, or a quill and a pen, or a quill and a feather, rather.
Yeah, this is one of those times when in-character knowledge is exceeded by out-of-character knowledge. You can think of it as dramatic irony.
Yeah.
A suspicion, and your character does not have this suspicion, or if they do, not to the same certainty.
Right.
So unfortunately, Jimmy and Jimmy are at odds here.
In this case, yeah, it's cognitive dissonance. We'll call it that.
That's a different thing.
Okay, maybe it's not that then.
Cognitive dissonance is a psychology thing that basically is like, I believe in this value, this principle. Like, I believe in, I don't know, freedom, but then my actions are in opposition of this. My actions are, like, opposed to freedom, and then, you feel bad about that.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. So, yeah, definitely not that thing.
That's when you have to justify something you did versus, like, how you normally think about things. It's when you feel you violated your own principles. Which is bad.
You're right, yeah.
It's a bad feeling.
Yes, it is. So, are we going to the feast now, or what's the... Well, that's the hope, bringing the nations together. That's what Alfinode wants, after all.
So you're almost up. You're gonna turn in this quest, turn in one more quest, and then you're gonna have an hour and a half of cutscenes. So probably after you turn in the next quest, you're gonna want to wrap up.
Okay, gotcha.
The finale of 7th Astral Era tomorrow.
Right. Yep. I might actually turn this one in and then wrap up. Honestly, that way we, because I mean, if we have like an hour and a half, 2 hours worth of cutscenes, that's fine. We just do like 15 minutes worth of questing before that or whatever, and then we go do the Monk and Scholar quest, and that'll bring us to the 3 hours. So
that makes sense.
I think.
Yeah. Well, you'll have to do the. Oh, you mean like the level fit once you've unlocked Heaven's Word?
Yeah. So once we complete Before the Dawn, which I would assume is the last quest in the 7th Astral Era,
it is.
We should be able, and I'm not 100% sure, but we should be able to go to Professor Eric and do the monk quest to start the Heavens Ward ones. We won't do any more than that one right there before actually going to Ishgard. We'll go to Ishgard and do a bunch of story stuff first, but...
You more or less start off. I think you have to go to Ishgard to start.
Okay.
And then you can come back later.
Okay. Well, yeah, so we'll see what ends up happening. I mean, worst comes to worst, I just cut the stream off a little early tomorrow. That way I can use the time to prep for Mega Man X5 on Saturday and Sunday. So, and that should be a 2-stream thing. Even though I'm playing on extreme mode, I don't think that game will take more than 2 streams to beat, unless for some reason I have a really, really hard time with the final boss. But I don't see that happening. So.
Yeah, I'm curious. By the way, how many streams have you done so far to get up to this point?
This is.
We did,
let's see.
Mega Man.
This is for 14 only. Today's is stream number 50, I think.
Okay.
And it's been, once we do tomorrow's stream, it will have been 13 or 14 maybe streams since the end of A Realm Reborn's vanilla content.
Okay.
So.
And then after the next, and then discounting this stream, you'll have like 20 more left before your sub runs out.
Yeah. Yep.
25, 20.
Yeah, it's like, I think I calculated and it was like 24 more streams or something like that, 25, somewhere in there.
You might be cutting it a little tight with finishing stuff there. I'm not sure. Okay.
Well, I mean, worst comes to worst, we'll just chop out a few of the side quests I was going to do, because we can always do those when I return to play the game at a different date. So.
Yeah.
If I have to, I'll just parse out some of the side quests to finish Heaven's Ward, because that's the main goal.
Yeah.
So.
And I mean, after the post Heaven's Ward stuff is a lot faster.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's a lot faster than 7th Astral Era.
Okay. Gotcha.
Like Dragon Song Era is, well, 7th Astral Era is like 100.
I think he cut out again. I heard Dragon Song Era is, and that was about it.
I was counting, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
7th Astral Era quests are like 101, I think.
Okay.
And the post Heaven's Word content is called is a 45 quest long.
Okay. Yeah, that's a little bit easier to.
Though they're all, I think just in general, Heaven's Word is heavier on quests. Is heavier on quests with cutscenes rather.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's not a huge deal though.
Yeah, just depends on how much. I mean, I don't know. I have no way of knowing if that's true or if that's just me like making an anecdote, because I've done 7th Astral more. It's longer between me doing 7th Astral and me doing Dragon Song, because I'm my main character. I'm going through Dragon Song right now.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That being a post Heaven's Word.
Gotcha.
Stuff.
Okay. Well, we'll see how long it takes for me to go through it. I don't anticipate it being that long. I mean, considering how many quests there are in it, I don't anticipate it being that terribly long, but
we'll I might skip ahead and just do. I might just skip all the cutscenes and just get up to Heaven's Word, so that I'm there when you get there, because I don't need to see all these cutscenes again for the 4th time.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm gonna be seeing you do them. And that's plenty for me.
Right. Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta, remember the people who got us here, Minfilia, but we can't be swallowed by the guilt of letting them die. So. Oh, jeez. So where are Tataru and Philomene anyway?
I believe they're out at they're at the market. I think they're doing something with the pearls Tataru got.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, Rial.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not pleased, because I'm about to go and feast with potentially someone who stabbed and killed one of our own. So.
Yeah.
Well, I know where those funds are coming from. The Syndicate is funding us, or the What's the other faction there? The money something or another? I forget.
The Monetarists.
Monetarists,
the
yeah.
Monetarists are the party that is represented directly.
Okay.
Yeah. The thing is, Alphino checked and made sure that the Syndicate weren't doing it, but the Syndicate just, as you can see, are
sneaking their way in with
they basically used a whole bunch of shell corporations.
Yeah.
Actually, not just the Syndicate, but specifically Telegia, I believe.
Right. Yeah.
They'll say as much.
Oh, they're owned by the Mirage Trust. Okay, well.
Which is Telegi.
Yeah. Yep. Well, yeah. I mean, we haven't really had to deal with this kind of low level pyramid scheme here, Rial. So I can't blame him for taking advantage of that. I can, however, blame him for murdering one of our own and pulling the wool over our eyes for so long.
Alphino has done the thing where he runs a large-scale organization poorly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, he thought he was doing a good because he's, a teenager with his head in the clouds, and now he's going to find out that the world doesn't work like that, and, yeah, sometimes the world just knocks you flat on your ass and doesn't really care to help you back up, so...
Yeah. Sometimes it also stabs you in the back.
That too. Can we even tell Rial what Telegi's up to about the Omega weapon? I mean, I don't even know if he knows.
Would know.
Would he know? Okay.
He would already be aware of the,
Yeah, this is the calm there, Rial. It's about to be a very stormy day. Tell me about it. That practically happened with Leviathan multiple times. So we have to head to Ul'dah in order to attend the Royal Promenade and the feast that they have put together to celebrate our victory with Ishgard. But I get the feeling the victory will be bittersweet because there will be people ready to hang some knives over our heads when we head into the room to have the feast there. Will we be able to escape with our lives, and will we finally find out who the traitor is that's been taking Telegi's coin? And in what's the word I'm looking for? It's not insisting. Basically creating the situation where the revolution can take place in Ul'dah. We'll have to find that out on the next episode of Final Fantasy XIV, the Stream Edition, because we're going to cut it off for here today. But we will not be long before we come back to finish this all up. So, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. And I will see all of you on the next one, which will be tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Instigating, that's it. Thank you, Conquer. Thank you. Yeah, they were instigating the revolution, and they're going to pay for it tomorrow as we wrap up the 7th Astral Era. So, until then, everybody, take care, and have a good night.
Goodbye. I hope you guys are ready for the drama.
Oh, there's going to be some drama. If by drama you mean my fist down the captain's throat, there's going to be some drama.